Guardian. A Fishes and Lowe's Life. My Aussie Garden and Kitchen. Dusty Data. Garden State Gardener. NASCAR Nana Gang. Ginger Ninja. Gray Man Prepping. Buttercup.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Wide Family Farm. This is Sunday night. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Let me pull up my chat. Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming in. Looks like Fishes was already here. Ginger Ninja, representing the Poop Troop. Uncle Al, thank you so much for being here. And Kaylin, thank you so much. How's everybody doing tonight? It's a hot one over here in Ohio. I can tell you that much. It's hot and miserable, but we're getting through it, right? I'd rather have this than 20 degrees. I can tell you that much. So what are you going to do? I am going to share my link with everybody. So if anybody wants to come up here, they can do so and hang out with me. We have got to keep the chat clean. We cannot talk about anything political. We got to treat the chat as if they were children in the audience, mature, a little bit mature children, I guess you would say. But we got to be a little respectful of the audience. And yeah, so nothing's really going on. My garden is booming, as usual, this time of year. We are, just waiting out the weather. It's hot. Let's see, what else is going on? I don't know. I made a new sign. It's the electric chicken. Pretty cool. But that's pretty much it. I would like to thank each one and every one of my members. Admitted being a little bit mature child. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the Poop Troop. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. For those that want to join, it's only 99 cents a month. I do have different tiers. That is up to you. But 99 cents a month will get you the title in the chat, and it will get you all the emojis. And every member will get the private chat once. I think I'm going to do it once every couple months. You'll get a private chat with me. And we do have a private chat coming up. I believe it's at 2 o'clock on July 8th. So all members we're going to have that. And I will post all that in my community page, specifically just for my members. All right. Now that we got all that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and share the link. And anybody is welcome to come up and hang out. I know in the past we talked about pretty much everything. A big shout out to Joe from the Garden State Gardener. I still haven't emailed him yet, but I plan on emailing him. I won some seeds through the Garden State Gardener. So big shout out to Joe. Thank you so much for doing that. And I'm so excited to have won some seeds from you. Super cool. And you're a super nice guy. And we appreciate you being a member of the Poop Troop. So we appreciate you. Oh, Uncle Al has a new video as well. He just mentioned it. Hello.
Hey, everybody. Let's see if you can hear me.
Oh.
It's me. It's the wrong button. Uncle Al's kind of blind. I have a new video mentioning about this live stream for Cortney.
Oh, thank you.
Also, just Cortney and Joe's Garden State Gardener. Cortney won.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
And I won seeds again, but I already finished my peppers. I've been experimenting on yams. Nice. And I got a new one because I'm in the desert, hot climate area We've been experimenting one from Jamaica. It's a yam. It's crunchy, but you have to cook it. It has a 40-foot vine, and we've been using the backhoe attachment to dig it out of the ground. And we
Nice.
got anywhere from softball size yams to a football size yams.
Wow.
No way you can dig that with a shovel.
Yeah. No, not really.
No. So we got about 100 pounds, and a lot of people, it's like a potato, a less of the, whatchamacallit, because I'm diabetic, I'm switching to yams because it's less than a potato in diabetic glucose count. So I
Yeah.
could eat those. And why does your sign says electric chicken?
Because it's an electric chicken.
Your eye looks like a U. It says electric chicken. No, turn around, look at it.
Oh, it does, but it's not. It does though. It's
Yeah,
CHI, but that is kind of funny. It's
Yeah,
the chicken.
Caitlin's right. It's about 27% less starch, so it's easier to eat and digest. Hi, Jay.
Hey, Jay, we see ya. What's going on?
Because I can't grow potatoes here because of two things. I get potato rot because I keep telling people only plant the slips. Stop planting 4 or 5 potatoes, because more potatoes you put in a container, the greater chance you're going to get potato rot. Look at Lala Farms. I don't know. We had like 5 or 6 potato plants in there, and they were 4 feet tall. Yeah, because you use manure out of their goat cages direct on the potatoes when you planted it, and you didn't plant a slip. Everybody knows what the slip is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a piece of the potatoes. Another thing I notice a lot of preppers are doing, they're planting the potatoes eyes down. Okay, Uncle Alan's an old gardener.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, I know that.
That's not going to work at all. They have to, reach for the sun.
Right. And the only ones who listened to me got the best results. I told them, get a post hole digger, dig, do like Cortney, put an egg in the bottom, add a little dirt, but make sure it's deep, cover it up, leave it alone, wait till it dies off. They did, and they said they got like bags full of potatoes. While the people who did it in buckets and little gardens, they had like these little tiny shish kebab kind of. If you look at their videos, they're really small.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it does. You overcrowd the container.
Oh, yeah.
Because I keep telling them, the root system for a potato is 5 to 4 times bigger than the plant. So once you squish all the roots and everything into a 5-gallon bucket where the potatoes are supposed to grow, there's no room here. We have to rent out another house or a unit next door and move there. So remember, folks, if you're going to use a 5-gallon potato, cylinder or bucket, make sure you cut holes on it, put another bucket underneath there so the roots could go down and spread out. That's how I got my carrots. Oh, good job on the carrot. Now you got to feed it milk, teaspoon of milk in a 1/2 gallon of water, and add 0, 10, 10. No nitrogen, because what we're trying to do with the root
is grow the roots, not the toppers.
Right. Unless you want a 5-foot tall green carrot top, and the carrot's only about
this big.
Yeah, but it's so green and big. Yeah, that's how I do my fake ferns in the living room. I put a lot of nitrogen in the Danvers carrots, so I get a little tiny carrot, but I have a 2-foot tall fern-like thing.
Yeah.
And people wonder, what kind of wonderful fern is it? And I keep telling them it's carrot. Hi, Viper.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
But yeah, I was just surprised. I pulled it out just to test it to see what they were going to look like. And it was beautiful. It was straight and everything. So the soil must be really good.
Right. You got to remember, folks, if you're doing root crops, add more sand. They don't like too much nitrogen. It's 0, 10, 10. That's potash and phosphorus. And 2, don't do, like I keep seeing this on organic farmers, do not pee in your garden. Okay, don't go out there and pee. That's too strong. Dilute it in a gallon of water. Let it sit for a day or 2, then fertilize it. And then
There's another Poop Troop member in the audience. Hello,
hi,
Buttercup.
Buttercup. And mix in a little potash. Do not take your hot ash out of your wood stove and start tossing into the garden. Because I've seen people do it. And I was like, wait, don't you have like bark on top? And then next minute you see them running out to the garden with a fire hose because they set fire to their mulch on top, either the hay or the wood chips. I'm looking at them like, these people are crazy.
Because I set fire to the rain.
Yep.
Yeah, people are crazy. Yeah.
Oh, they drive me nuts.
I've been doing really good on my diet. I've been doing really good. My mom even mentioned to me today about how I'm losing weight. And that's something my mom would have never told me before. So pretty happy about that.
Yeah. Hi, Shawnee. Hi, Buttercup.
Oh, hi, Shawnee.
Let's see. That's Carol. Hi, Carol. Yeah, I just did a new video and I explained people on part 1 on planting potatoes. If you're going to do in that container of 55-gallon plastic trash can, you have to make 1-inch holes. I keep seeing people, they drill these little tiny holes about 1/4 of an inch on the bottom of the trash can. You're not going to have drainage. And when you reach in for that big potato, what happens to most people when they reach in to pull a potato out?
Depends.
No,
I don't know.
it's like reaching for a ripe depends.
Oh, it's gross.
It's gross because they just contracted potato fungus.
Oh,
So when you do it in the 55-gallon drums, you have to put a cinder block so it drains.
oh
don't
yeah,
wanna-
because you don't want all that muck in there.
Right. So what happens to that muck is you got a fungus growth about this big, and all your wonderful potatoes, like the Irish potato family, turns to brown goo. So you pick up this huge potato. It looks funny. It smells strange. Then you squeeze it. If it's ripe and full of gas, what happens to the potato in your face? Hi, Bob.
Yeah.
Bob's here.
Gross.
I heard a beady.
It smells.
Yeah, and also explodes.
Oh yeah.
Does your sign looks like it says electric chuckin'?
It says electric chicken. It's just my H is really fancy. So the H goes into the I, and so it looks like chuckin'.
There's
But
no
it,
dot on top
chuck
of
is
that.
even funnier, right?
Well,
Yeah, it looks like
it
yeah.
almost looks like cruckin'.
Crock.
Oh, crickin'.
I caught that once in Singapore. God, that antibiotic injection hurt, man.
You really need to watch that blow up wife of yours.
Look at it change colors.
Let's keep it clean, folks, because we might have kids in the
Right
sneaking around the back.
She's
background.
not my wife. She's my girlfriend. I told you.
First time growing potatoes. You know what? I have a video. It's not spectacular, y'all, but I have 2 videos. It's the potato experiment, and we planted them in our beds, and then we planted them in 5-gallon buckets, and we tried to see which ones at the end of the year did the best. And the ones that did the best were the ones in the buckets. We did so much better. And I actually want to get a trash can. I've seen Conrad Homestead do that too. I want to get a trash can and fill it up and then put the potatoes in there and see how that goes.
Right. But if you have hot temperatures like Uncle Al, this week, when you guys get cooler this weekend, guess what's my air temperature is going to be on Thursday?
I don't know. It's probably way in the hundreds though for you.
112. I'll be wearing Speedos at the golf club's pool. I'm not getting out of that pool and Speedos.
Are you going to wear white shoes?
I don't want to think about that. Stop it. God.
It's going to be hot.
You know,
I can just see that on a t-shirt, Uncle Al.
you know how we stored our potatoes was my dad was like me. He could take junk and make it into something. He took a bunch of shiplap boards. You know what shiplap is?
Yeah.
Made a large box, filled it with insulation on the walls, and wired one light bulb on the sidewall. And we stored the potatoes in wooden boxes that you can't get anymore.
Wood boxes.
Yeah, wood boxes that were for apples and produce. They used to be actually made out of wood, and we stacked them up inside there. And
Nice.
kept it at a constant temperature all year.
Yep.
I think harvesting our garden was my favorite part was the potatoes, because it was like a treasure hunt, you know.
That's so cool.
Get in there and dig them out with a shovel and a fork, and then get down there and dig them. You know, hey, there's another one. I thought it was done. There's another one. There's another one.
Yeah, it was really cool digging them out. We got a pitchfork and
Yeah.
dug them out. It was really cool.
We ate my entire life out of our garden. Everything except for milk and meat. You know, came right out of the soil that we grew ourselves.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it
was 12 years old when I freaked out the first time I went to a grocery store. And I'm looking at like, you could buy food at the store. I totally
Yeah.
freaked out. I was 12 years old. I've been on the farm, you know. Oh,
Mhm.
this is how you get eggs. The chicken goes into a little
Yeah.
house and you
Mhm.
pick up, you know, a basket full of eggs. If
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
want vegetables,
I feel extremely successful because just over the weekend alone, we sold 8 dozen eggs. So I was like, I just, you know, it's not a whole lot, but
Excellent,
I just felt
excellent.
super successful.
Yeah, I had a regular route of, you know, because by the time I was in high school, I picked berries for the Japanese farmers, and I saved my money, and I bought my first car with my own money. And the Japanese farmers and a bunch of our other neighbors, they would save the cartons. And I had my weekly route, you know, go by, drop off a dozen eggs for just a couple dollars. And I'd take that and I would invest that back into chicken scratch or feed for our chickens.
Nice.
Yeah. It helped having parents who grew up during the Great Depression who didn't have enough to eat.
Yeah.
And man, I tell you, any table scraps went to the dog. There was none of this Purina super protein pear diet. No, the dog ate what we ate.
yeah.
Right.
Nothing went to waste. Nothing.
But
did.
Bob, remember how much the cars cost back then?
Oh no, I don't
Like
know.
$200.
Yeah, when I was very young, my mom drove for years a 1957 or 58 Rambler, a 4-door Rambler. You know, it had wings, and I remember it was a game for us to slide off the back lid of the trunk. You know, I got my foot stuck in the door of that 50-something Rambler, and my brother slammed the door.
Oh, that hurt. Those were steel doors, folks.
They were like that thick, dude.
Because I bought my first car in the 70s. I've been saving it up since junior high because I skipped 2 classes, but I was too young to drive. And my older cousin drove my car. I paid $2,672. It was a used car from the early 70s.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it was an El Camino. And I was working on it, and he says, "Hey, Al, you don't have your license yet, and you can't see over the steering wheel," because every time I sit in, I had like four of the old-fashioned phone books in there, so I could look over the wheel. I can't even touch the pedals or the clutch because I was still short. I didn't have my growth spurts yet. So I'm like that. I have my own car, but I couldn't drive it. So my cousin drove me all over the place. And these were the old boats. You know what I'm talking about, Bob? The big 70s cars.
Oh, I remember. Oh, yeah.
So he was tall. He was like 6 foot when he got into high school. So he could drive the car. Me, all you see was this little tiny head
Abby,
over the dashboard. And I couldn't see anything. All I saw was the dash that I polished and cleaned and put in the 8-track. And
my friend used to come and pick us up in an old, like really old Oldsmobile. It was like huge. Yeah. It had, at one time, it must have been like the best of its time because it had that like red leather seats.
Mm-hmm. They were classy.
Like we used to take that thing to the freaking the drive-in movie theater because you could fit like 10 people in it at once.
Johnny, you
and
got a good
five more who sneak into the drive-in theater in the trunk.
Right,
In the trunk.
yeah.
We used to do
Uh,
that.
Yeah, Shawnee, you got a good price on 5 pounds of honey because over here it's about $115 for 5 pounds because we're having a big shortage of everything. So if you're looking for raw honey, good luck.
I love your garden, Courtney. You're doing splendid, dog.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
This week I'm gonna, how I'm preparing a playlist of tools for preppers for self-reliance. I'm gonna kind of target those beds, those beds that you made with some metal braces and stuff so you can repair. And I'll show you how to make a bracket at home.
Nice.
That way. Here's a few tools. This is simply how you do it. You don't have to run down to this hardware store to buy your hardware. You can make it with just a few tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also bed frames. Don't forget bed frames, Bob.
I got lots of those. Yeah.
My husband wanted, those
all up.
crates that we got. By the way, for those that don't know in the audience, we got some awesome crates. They were getting rid of them on Facebook. It was some molding factory or something near us, and they had a ton of these crates. Some of them were like plywood, and some of them were like these put together with these 1x, and that in itself was like, oh my god, because do you know how much like a 1x8 or a 1x12 right now costs? I was just like in awe.
If you got the salvage eye, if you got the scrounger's eye, you can pick that stuff up. And some tools, it's almost free. Free.
Yeah, we got all these crates, and my husband wants to stack them on top of each other because he wants to make one giant bed that you don't have to reach or bend over into, and he wants to put his carrots in there and make some big old carrots. That's his goal for next year.
There's a suggestion for your husband. Make on his channel, put out some videos of him making something like that. People strike interest in that, and those kind of videos are timeless. You can let it soak on your channel, and people will keep hitting it over the years.
Yeah,
that's a suggestion for him.
Yeah,
that's a really good idea.
On the box, line it and make sure you have a drain hole. Do not drill down. Put a hose on the bottom so it drains out.
They're slats, so there's going to be plenty of.
Yeah, but you don't want that. What you do is you line it, put a hose on the bottom. You have better control and makes the wood last longer. Unlike my friends who copied me, and I told them, "Did you get the angle iron and drill holes in it and bolt it?" Oh nah, we just drill tiny little holes and we just use nail guns. And I'm looking at them like, "You've been drinking when you put this together." Yeah, we had a case of beer while we did it. Why do we need bolts?
People like that always drink like Keystone Light too.
I know.
Old Milwaukee.
Old Milwaukee.
$3 a six-pack. Yeah, Milwaukee's best. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
They use a pine 2x4 on the other side to hold up the angle iron. I told him you could watch Bob's channel how he cuts pieces off of a bed frame. Those angle irons are strong, so you could support it if you drill holes and put your box on it. Yeah. And they said, "Oh, we could make it easier. Drill little tiny holes and use the nail gun and hold the 2x4 on the other side. And we don't need a liner. We just drill some more holes." Yeah. Do you know what happened after one season? Bob knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it just get rot. It just comes apart.
Yeah, and because it's untreated wood too, what we have.
That's right.
So that's just over time, it's not gonna.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Even also, treated wood has a shelf life.
Right.
You got to plan on repairing it or replacing it.
Right. Yeah. But mine is 3 years old because I put in a liner and a hose to drain.
There you go.
See, I'm going on things. And 2, I use stainless steel bolts.
Yeah.
They use the nail gun things into a pine 2x4, and they think that'll hold it for 5 years. No, it doesn't, because when that bare metal hits the Bob knows what I'm talking about, the bed mattress metal, and that nail into an untreated piece of wood that with no liner and you're contacting with water and moisture and things, guess what happens to that metal to metal contact?
Well, if it's dissimilar metals like black iron or pig iron, you know, regular carbon steel and stainless, it's called dissimilar metals. You get what's called galvanic corrosion.
Yeah.
It's electrical charge between the two pieces of metal, and you get pitting. That's I learned that from working on airplanes my whole life. That's if you do put two different dissimilar pieces of metal together, you got to put a sealant between the two pieces, so you don't get an actual electrical charge. And
Wow.
then you can stop the metal from destroying itself. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They didn't. They just put nail gun. Let's have another Keystone beer, and this time I won't nail my hand into the wood. I'm not kidding. He nailed his hand into the wood. And I took him to the hospital. Thank God the hospital is only a block away. I'm like, you know, you're the same guy who burnt down his garage frying a turkey, and then it's like I have to go over there to his house with a fire extinguisher. So you got this new propane grill. Wait, right here. I'm over there with the industrial heavy, you know, put out car engine kind of with a nozzle CO2. I'm not taking any. I'm just cooking steaks. It'll be fine. Do you know how to set up the propane tank? What in directions?
I'll make some stuff that are showing the tools, how to use them, and making really simple projects, brackets. And I got a project in mind for a simple piece of metal that you can put on top of a post or a pole and have your beans grow up your cord, or, you know, it's a universal piece. I'm just going to make it out of a tuna fish can as an example. That'll show some of the tools also, and methods how to accurately drill. And I won't go too much into the trigonometry or the algebra or now kids, you remember how to convert decimal, you know, fractions
A
into
plus
decimals?
B equals C.
7.6350, you know, invert, multiply, and multiply that by pi. 3.14, that's the shit I had to do every day at work. No wonder why I'm stressed, you know.
Right. Remember these? Where's this?
I got a ton of those things right here in my shop. I still use stuff like that. Protractors and compasses and
angle iron.
Thanks, Quickshire Project, for coming in and hanging out with us.
Yeah, I'll just keep it all pretty simple. You know, how to make simple braces and brackets.
Yeah.
And things like that, you know.
That's pretty cool.
One hell of a job I had. Ooh, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, remember, this is the days, folks, when me and Bob used to use slide rulers. Remember those, Bob?
Oh, I remember. Yeah, but I remember having my first calculator, Texas Instruments. It came with a warranty, guys, and it was about that big. A calculator, you know.
Yeah, my dad
rule,
would.
My dad had a slide rule. He showed me how to use it.
My dad says, "Nah, we're not going to spend this. We have a whole box of slide rules. You and your brothers are going to have one until 1989." I still use a slide rule until 1989. That's how cheap my dad was.
Wow.
You want to see two tools that I carried? I wore overalls every day as an aircraft mechanic. It has large pockets that snap, and also when I bend over, I don't show the plumber's crack. You know?
Bob, you were like, you did what I wanted to do.
Oh, really?
I never quite made it. Yeah, I wanted to be an aircraft mechanic.
Yeah.
And I was going to go to school in Pittsburgh for it. And then I never did.
It's not for everybody. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, but these are two tools that I carried in my overalls every day for 30 years. One of them is a drill chart. We were in the Aerospace Machinists Union. There's the Boeing logo right there, because they used to give these to us. And
Wow.
this is already pre-made, converts your fractions into decimals for you. And this tool I've had for 30 years. A 6-inch steel scale measures right down to 1/100th of an inch. Man, I use that sucker all the time. I had to. But
That's so cool.
some of the little stuff that people who get on the airplane to fly to Aunt Martha, they don't see what we do to keep the airplanes flying. It's quite a lot of intense work, you know.
Right. You don't want like the full tri-motor. Well, I think wood's okay instead of steel and aluminum. Let's build planes out of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back in those days, fabric and dope and oh god,
Wood. It was
Yeah,
the
wood,
first metal
yeah.
skin plane, but it still had a wood structure. And Bob knows what I'm talking about. Inside the wings, if you didn't drill the proper holes for drainage, the wood would swell up inside the wings. And unfortunately, that's how they lost the first Chicago Bear coach. He flew home on a Ford tri-motor, and the wings
I'm sorry,
fell
was
off.
this the Wright brothers?
No, this
I'm just
was
playing.
this was
Don't go there, young lady.
That was a
Don't
bad,
go there.
bad joke. Sorry.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Remember, the Wright brothers weren't scientists. They were two bicycle mechanics out of Dayton, Ohio.
Mhm.
And I keep
Yeah.
telling that you want to see the one that Professor Langley built? He put wings on a steam engine. It's still in the bottom of Potomac. They
Nice.
won't haul it out. The Army gave him $1 million to invent an aircraft for the Army. And he got a steam engine, put a 5-inch cannon on it, and he said, once it's fully charged with his
No wonder
map-
why it's in the Potomac.
Right. Even with a full head of steam.
And then the Wright brothers added a bicycle on it.
Yeah. But the Wright brothers worked. It actually
Right.
worked. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I've
Wright
been to the
flyer
Kitty Hawk
does.
Museum. That's pretty
Mhm.
cool.
Right.
I
But what,
I loved
there-
history, so I went to their museum in North Carolina. Sorry,
There
I
goes
got California in the
Mrs.
brain.
She's running off to the store. I'll be right back.
Unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
all right.
Hello, baby. No, you're not on camera. You're gonna go spend mine now. Some time to sit on.
It's lovey-dovey talk and the language he's speaking.
Oh, we are. I'll send you 85 bucks.
Viper, are you ready for the heat this week?
It's been hot here.
Be careful.
It's been terrible.
Yeah, it's about 100 here. How about your place?
We've been in the 80s.
It was 81 in the house today.
I heard that. I heard that fart.
It's the stupid chair. It needs like WD-40.
No, not you. Not you.
Oh. Orville and Wilbur, the names like that. What else you gonna do? I don't know, but I totally want to have a pig and name them Orville and Wilbur. 2 pigs.
I want to name him That'll Do.
That'll do, pig.
That'll Do, pig.
I love that movie.
It was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, I still
Right.
want my son to see that. He hasn't seen it.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do. Pig.
Yeah, Rob Painless have an
Simple
offer.
little thing.
Anybody in the Panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma, if you want to hunt pigs, though, you just come down there and get your fill. They just don't want them anymore. There's like pigs everywhere. They're threatening livestock. They're coming into the suburbs. You know, it's bad enough you wake up, look outside, oh, raccoons in a trash can. You don't want to see 100 to 200-pound pig knocking over your trash at 3 in the morning and
It's yours,
rooting
dude.
sweet.
It's yours,
Dude,
dude.
I'm not
It's all
afraid.
yours.
I'm not afraid of raccoons. I'm not afraid of skunks.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of foxes. However, I am afraid of a hog knocking over my trash can in the middle of the night. No thanks.
In my area, we have black bears who come into town once in a while and do that. It's like, to me, it's yours, dude. Hey, enjoy. No problem. You know?
No, but with me, I got the full-size crossbreed boar that's been
Oh.
crossed with a Russian. And it's like, why is Uncle Alan out there with the elephant gun? And it's like, I'm going to kill that pig. But we have these new fancy high-powered FN, whatchamacallit, those 5.7 millimeter pistols, the zap guns I call them. I'm looking at them like, are you nuts? Give me my rusty old 45-70. I'll show you how to kill a pig.
And we were
And they
looking
look at it, it looks like something from the cowboy days. Like, yeah.
Mrs. and I were looking at some pews today. Once she got into the pew, she's in. She's hooked. She loves it, man. We were looking at some pews today. One made by the Ruger company, and no, it was a .35. It's revolver, you know. But yeah, she says she wants it. I mean, she really wanted it, and it's the sales guy. He was pretty slick. He goes, "Well, get it now," and she goes, "No, I've got to pay for this and do that first." And he goes, "Well, buy it now, and you'll have it, and you have it when you do this and that." You know, it's like a real slick guy, you know. But her normal method was like, if it's here next time we come, then it's mine.
Yeah. Kaylin, we don't have anything. I mean, we have coyotes here, but they're so elusive. We have bobcat too, but they're so elusive. I mean, if you see one out during the day, there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, rabies.
Or it just
typically,
or it just killed something and doesn't want to leave it. You know?
Yeah.
Right. Now I have the hybrid coyote out here, so if my grandnephews are outside, I'm out there packing heat. Uncle Alan has a 44 pew, 240 grains, full charge. So if I see a coyote within 1,000 yards of my grandnephews, it's a dead coyote. Because last year down near Bakersfield, little kid was playing in his yard and a coyote took him. And if it wasn't for the neighbor's dog chasing the coyote and tackling it, you'll never see that kid again.
That happens. Yeah, we have mountain lions here.
Yeah.
And I think it was 2 summers ago. Well, almost every summer when people ride bicycles down bicycle paths in the mountains.
It's 3.
And they nail them. There was 2 guys from New York State riding bicycles. For some reason, the bicycles, it just turns them on, man. There was 2 guys from New York State. They got tackled by this mountain lion, and one got mauled, and he was able to get away from the cat, and then the cat went right to his buddy and attacked him. And by the time he was able to get within cell phone range, the cat had drug his 200-pound friend into the bushes, and he was partially consumed by the time the authorities could get there. So these things are nothing to play with. You'll never see them. You'll never hear them.
There's a story. I forget where it came from, actually, but there was this woman, this little girl in Argentina, and they have mountain lions there, and they have this dog called an Argentino dogo.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
And the little girl was outside playing, and a mountain lion came up, and the dogo took it out.
I think they're bred for that, aren't they?
Yeah. Thank you, Viper.
Oh boy.
Member of the poop troop.
I spent like the last 15 minutes doing.
But yeah, I thought that was so cool that dog protected that little girl.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. That breed is very protective of their owners.
Smart choice of the parents to select that dog. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, those dogs. I've always wanted one, but they're kind of hard to train.
Right. The reason why mountain lions like the bicyclists, 2 things. They're wearing spandex, which gives off an odor similar to deer, and the speed of the bike mimics the deer. And what's the natural? So what's the natural prey for a mountain lion? A deer. So they think it's a tasty pink-colored deer going 35 miles an hour down this trail. So what do you think that's going to grab them? And usually I know how a mountain lion kills, because we had one fool who was jogging in spandex, and the mountain lion got him back of the neck, and you can see the teeth mark right back here, and it severed his spine, and it drove him off the bush.
Can you just see him on his next date? So, where'd you get those bite marks?
I'll tell you how
I
smart
have this
those.
blow up girlfriend.
I got this glue from Amazon. You just chew it up and stick it on there. The closest I came to a cougar attack up in the Cascade Mountains. I'd seen them before, but you only see their tail end that quick. Because as soon as I see a human being, they're gone most of the time. We were jeeping, and there was me and 3 of my buddies wearing t-shirts and shorts with our shotguns, drinking Rainier beer and shooting guns, like idiots. But he stopped the Jeep, and we're an open top Jeep, and we saw something flopping around on the right-hand side of the road. And it was a little bit older cougar with a young one, and they were playing in the ditch alongside the road. So we stopped and we looked at oh my, it's 2 cougars. Oh my God. But you know what happened then? I can't think it was Mikey. He started screaming, drive, drive, drive. Mom was on the other side of the road. She put her kids out there to distract us. Dude, and she was crouched down like a house cat does, and she was doing that final tail shake. The driver, I can't remember who it was, but he just dumped the clutch on that Jeep, and he floored it because we trusted each other. They'd say, run, we'd just do it. Drive, go, go, go. That was so close, man. You can imagine having a 150-pound cat inside of a Jeep.
Well, you see that all the time. Like in Africa, they have those Jeeps and they go on safari and they're like, oh, let's take a look at these lions. And then before you know it, the lion is in the car with them. Though the lion doesn't eat them, but I would still be crapping my pants. Like there's a lion in the seat with me, I'm like, it freaked me out. That
close. That close. I think with 4 of us, we could have fought it off because we had shotguns and all that, but it was the setup. The mom set us up. She had her kids playing out in the open while she was over there on the other side. She was going to take us out,
Right.
That was
it reminds
scary.
me of it. Yeah, it is. A Nambia story. They have parks where people drive in, but they roll up their windows and they have air conditioning and the guide has a gun and stuff. So they're driving and they're all parked, and there's a big male lion and the cubs and stuff around there. And so they're all looking at that, taking pictures and looking stupid. And then the mama lion was sneaking around from the back, and it popped the side door of the car, tourist car, and it opened and grabbed one of the tourists and dragged her out. And she was screaming, and the guy noticed this, hit the horn, jumped, there's a hatch, jumped on top, and was firing towards the mama. Didn't hit the mama, but scared her off and scared all the other lions off. And the lady was like, she has lion drool all over her shirt where the lion grabbed her and dragged her out of the car. The lion popped the lock of the car, the handles. Because it learned, it was watching, when you do that, it opens the car door. So the lioness learned how to open the door. So from now on in Nambia, you have to have your tour car locked from the inside, and all, that type of handle is no longer permitted in the park because the lions learn how to open the door and eat the people inside.
It's like a tuna can.
Oh my gosh, it's like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, where they learned how to do stuff. They're so smart.
That's DJ Fishes. Look at that. Look at DJ Fishes.
Doc B said conch headphones. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Pretty soon we'll be calling the Little Mermaid.
I started a trend.
I would sing, but we would get in trouble.
I started a trend.
Oh, Lord.
Look at this chat. Isn't it neat?
My computer just caught a mosquito.
We haven't talked much about poop. How can it be?
Piper has so many fans on his computer, it caught a mosquito.
Dude, no, seriously, look at this. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna reach now. Yeah, look, right there.
I'll be
Got one.
darned.
Got him.
Now we know what to do for them. I can't wear these outside. They like neon too. Gee.
I replaced my case.
Nice use of emojis there, Uncle Al.
Yep.
Thank you. What is that? Am I a cupcake? What was that? Those first ones? Cupcake
Power
alien?
Rangers.
Oh,
Carol, the
power.
pink
Oh, I see.
Power
It's a
Ranger.
robot. I swear these glasses work sometimes.
Courtney,
Carol,
You
the
can
per-
you can see those
I ran-
headphones from space.
Yeah, that's the
I-
point.
Carol,
ran
the
out.
pink Power Ranger.
That was Viper started it all.
Viper, I'm letting you know that your computer looks like an incubator unit.
It
know.
does.
All you have
I
to do
lo-
is put a plastic
it's cool.
baby doll in it.
That is cool.
Well,
Oh
hang
yeah,
on,
creepy
because
baby doll.
right here on this little L part, or maybe even on this shelving right here, I want to put like a white Hello Kitty little toy on there. I don't know. I'm
No,
gonna
a
put
baby
something.
doll, infant.
But I ran out of fans. I literally, there's 3 here. There's three there. There's 2 there.
Damn, man.
There's 1 in the power supply down below, and then there's 2 on top. And I ran out for the 3rd one. No more.
Courtney, we need more lights. We need more.
You're more like it.
Oh my god! And then there's.
I don't think I can have any more in here.
Okay, I even have lights
Uh-oh.
behind.
Any
too
more
bad.
lights are going to be able to like see my pores, my face.
Oh no.
I have lights behind my TV as well.
Just DJ lights.
See,
Oh,
this is the
Carol
thing.
and their
Yeah.
cheap
He's
Power
always
Rangers.
had lights, right?
Yeah.
But then we got these
That's
other
awesome,
lights,
Viper.
and
That's
then
awesome.
Viper's just become addicted. Like he
Oh,
has
I've
like
been.
all
No,
these-
I've been. I've
Yeah.
been like an LED freak, like my whole, and I've always
Hello,
wanted like
rebel canners.
I've always wanted a computer with lights like this. So it's kind of like fun.
Everybody subscribe to Uncle Al,
For that we pray.
and everybody make your
Thank you.
hashtag Al Don't Quit
Like
video.
Courtney. Thank you.
Now,
Body of
I always
Christ.
tell
Thank you.
people
No, I
They're-
can't believe I did that.
it's summer and everybody's boating and stuff.
When I went back to the pew, I told my grandma, I said, Grandma, I didn't know what to say. I just said thank you, and he was looking at me funny. And you know,
I wouldn't have known either. I don't know how
Did
to
you
take
know-
the
did
Eucharist.
you know that
You're-
since I had my communion without officially having my communion, according to Catholicism, I'm probably going to hell now.
No.
Gotta
As
get
long
that
as he didn't,
straightened out.
long as he didn't 86 you, you're okay.
Didn't 86 you. Check. Get that one
Yeah.
back there. Check. She said thank you.
I've been to
Attack of the
I'm not-
Mushroom People, guys.
I grew up Baptist, and Mrs. is Catholic, and I go over there to her services all the time. Nobody even.
They're fun, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, we were discussing that on our way to a lunch date today. She was like, you know, hon, in the Philippines, unless you were raised and ordained or whatever as a Catholic, they really don't want you in their services. I said, baby, that's why here in the States it's called freedom of religion. You can
Mhm.
go in. You can go attend any services. You
But doesn't it
want.
make you feel all Sopranos? You come in, you go next to the pew, you kneel a little bit, you give the sign of the cross.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of like I go to her services occasionally when I want some quiet times.
Oh, midnight mass. Okay. We went to midnight mass one time. It was on Christmas. We go to midnight mass. And
You'd have to wake me up for breakfast.
we were sitting in the pews, and this old lady behind us, she's like farting. And then, you know, the priest, he has those incense with the ball thingy. I call it the hangy ball thing. And he goes down the aisle and he's swinging that thing. And then on top of the woman farting behind me, I was like, what's going on in here,
Sensory
man?
overload.
Oh, that was one of the best midnight masses I've ever been to.
Oh man, see, I can't control my mouth sometimes. I'd probably turn around to her and go, hold up a sign. That one was a 6.3. Right on, rock on, Grandma.
Doc B says you went to a seance. All the spirits were showing up.
Oh my gosh.
gosh. They were
By the way,
exiting.
my entire family on my mom's side is Catholic. So
Yeah.
I love
Hey, it's all
Catholic
good.
people. I love the
It's all
religion.
good.
So
It's all good.
FYI, I'm not making fun, but I've had
No,
some
neither
great
am I.
We're
times
making
in
fun
the
of you.
church.
We're making fun of you trying to be Catholic when you forget. That's all.
Yeah, I'm not. I was never baptized. I was never what do they call it?
They call it
Christened,
Christened,
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First communion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
right.
never had my. And now that you're older,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, having a first communion is supposed to be
Right
for
here.
somebody that's little. Now that you're older and have a first communion, do you have to walk down the aisle with like kindergartners? Because that would make me feel like a complete idiot.
Like a second wedding. Hey, why not?
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah,
like flower girls. Hey.
I got baptized. There's my
Justin.
baptism Bible. I keep it right near me all the time, right there.
That's awesome.
That's one thing I like about the channel Cat in the North is occasionally she'll post something directly out of the Bible, and like today she posted something, and I typed it in as a response what that verse was. I enjoy doing that.
My husband's in the house, so
Yep.
FYI.
So we have to be
Yeah,
here.
it's kind of weird when I have somebody. I go to all the churches, it doesn't stop me. And then when somebody says, "Do you understand Catholicism?" and I said,
What the-
"Kind of," but I had 2
We
strokes, so
lost
my
them.
memory's not good. And then somebody's quoting something in Latin, and I raise my hand, and I speaking in Latin and Greek, and I told them, "You got the phrasing wrong," and everybody's turned around and look at me. I'm looking at them, yelling, and I think it was Italian or Latin or Greek, and everybody's Uncle Alan's speaking in tongues again, because I don't remember if I ever spoke in Latin. I taught Latin for a little bit. I took it in high school,
I wanted
but
to
I
show you
didn't get
guys something.
to the speaking
What?
part. I understood it. It's just everybody's looking at me, and I'm like, I'm kind of embarrassed, and I said, "Nope, no, yo soy japonés." And then they're all looking at me. Now he's trying to
match
speak
the
in
lights.
Spanish.
No, it's not even. I'm waiting for it. Al. I almost called Al Dr. Phil. Okay, hang on.
It
I want
gets
to show you guys
weird.
something.
What
Check
do you
out.
got?
getting
Okay.
What do you got?
Wait,
What do you got?
Viper,
What do you got,
yeah.
Viper?
We can barely hear
barely
you
hear
again,
you.
Viper.
Yeah, I don't know why. Watch these 3. The front 3 the front 3. Okay.
Okay.
So watch what happens, and then you guys are gonna talk and say something.
Are those the fardometers?
Hello. Hello.
Roger,
Oh,
Delta
that's cool.
3140.
Oh,
Can you
Cantore Soriam,
the hills are
Mater
alive.
Gloria.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool.
Anto Soremu. There we go.
Very
DJ.
nice.
Thank you. How did I get so weird, so brainiac from public school? I don't know, maybe. I don't know where it came from. I'm
Yeah.
an idiot.
Also, Greek Orthodox, Tammy, is one of the hardest because it's the old script, not the new Hellenic version of modern Greece. That's a slang
I don't know why it
Greek.
does that.
And what they speak in the Orthodox Church is an old Greek dialect. So if you're talking
It's
somebody
still alive.
in that,
The
yes,
son of a. It's still alive. Oh no! It died. It fell.
No, your computer regenerated it. Dude, you've got like a time portal.
My
in that
God, it's
thing.
like freaking Frankenstein around here.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna grow legs, like
Hey
human
man,
legs.
we got to have a beer sometime. We're
The
gonna
damn-
work on this.
I took the front off. to clean
You
it.
know what church I really like? I love the Russian Orthodox Church. There's one down the street for me. God, they make the best pierogies I've ever had in my life.
Oh, okay.
Yum.
I've never
Oh,
tried
this is
that. I've never
My
tried that.
gosh. They usually open it up like once or twice a year, and you can go and they have like a huge festival, and you can get pierogies and
What is that? A
Fish.
pastry or? I don't
it's
know.
No,
it's a
no,
noodle,
it's a noodle.
basically, and it's packed with a wonderful potato.
Mixture,
Oh.
yeah.
Yes,
So good.
and it's usually covered in butter and onions.
Red
Mhm.
Robin.
Okay,
It's like
gotcha,
fabulous.
gotcha.
I like them with butter and onions and mushrooms over top, like
Oh,
of the
Robin.
onion flavored ones with cheese
Yes.
inside.
right. There's 2 kinds I like. The one with the soft cheese, they're
Mhm.
from Poland, and the other ones with the spicy sausage, and that's from southern Poland. Because Jim Timber is living in Poland, and he eats pierogies
You
all
mean
the time.
timbers.
Yeah, Jim Timber. True, it's a true.
Broski.
Yeah. And I like Polish foods and Polish women.
Yeah,
and
around
Polish
here,
beer.
Polish foods and stuff is really big. There's a town that's not too far, maybe about 45 minutes from here, and it was founded from people from Poland. So it's just, you got the noodles and you got the sausages, and the whole town is just. So my mother-in-law got married, right? And when she got married, her photographer was a Russian. And I was like, okay, so I'm like, you got to teach me how to drink like a Russian, right? And I was like, teach me how to drink, and he pulls out his flask and he gives me something like in a shot glass. And I said, oh my God, I'm like, is this Russian vodka? And he's like, no, it's Grey Goose.
Yeah, Kalen's Polish too.
Have you ever heard of the old? He had a polka band from a long time ago.
I love to polka.
Al Yankovic or Stan.
Weird Al.
Yankovic.
Weird Al.
No, that's his dad. His
Oh,
dad.
okay.
Stan Yankovic. I bought a DVD once, and I had a boom box, and I put that in the boom box at work. We're all working on the airplanes. But the Pennsylvania polka.
Yeah, because Stan
garbage was flying at my boom box.
But it's a big
that song "Roll Out the Barrels."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always a big one. Me and my grandma, we used to polka all the time. It was like one of my favorite. Dark beer and polka and pork rinds. That's what my grandma loved.
One of the female mechanics I worked with, female aircraft mechanics I worked with, she was from Wisconsin, and she's standing outside the airplane, bro. She knew all the words. We're looking at her like they're looking at her like the weirdo, but I'm the idiot who brought in the polka music.
I know.
Polka.
Yeah, and you get killed in certain areas. But I have to tell everybody, Stan, Weird Al's father, put out a CD. He has a collection from the 1950s to the 60s.
It's on YouTube.
Polka. Yeah, all polka music. Because originally it was on, remember, Bob? It was on 45s.
I'd like to give a big shout out to the Garden State Gardener. Thank you so much for my seeds.
I'm from the Northwest.
Can't wait to get them.
Wait. Courtney's giving a shout out. Hold
That's
on.
okay. Garden State Gardener, thank you so much for the seeds. I'm going to give you my address so you can send them to me. I appreciate you. And thank you for shouting me out on your show earlier. That was really nice of you.
Yeah,
we love you.
You shouted us all out, which was really nice.
That was very nice of you.
Thank you.
And Caitlin says, yeah, her mom's always sharing links on Facebook for Polish band. Stan, whatchamacallit? Stan had a large collection. It's like, you want to hear something horrible? I was watching TV on my music channel.
That question. He doesn't even give us a chance to. You want to hear something horrible? I was watching something. He didn't even wait for us to say yes or no.
Bob never even got to finish after I cut him off. I feel terrible. I'm sorry, Bob.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
But
go ahead.
The weird thing is, I was watching, and then all of a sudden, polka music came on, and I'm looking up, and I'm watching, and it's my big band thing. And it had Stan, and guess who was singing with him? You have no idea? No. 1960s, folks. Early
1960s.
Frank Sinatra.
Mama Cass?
The other one.
Oh,
it's
Dean
not
Martin.
Dino. No.
Sammy Davis
Jr. Right. It was Sammy going
Sammy.
at it full blast on polka. I'm like,
I almost said Sammy Hagar.
Right? I was thinking that in my head.
Sammy Davis was singing polka music, and it freaked me out. And he was good at it too.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, he was really talented.
Yeah, my uncle and my aunt, very German. My uncle came from Germany. Okay, so he always drove a purple minivan. And every time the door would open and close, you could just hear the polka music.
We can stop the protest if we want. We get trucks with big speakers and play polka music during the riots.
Yeah.
That will stop everybody.
Yeah.
Or dancing. I don't know which.
You better be in an armored car.
I gotta
Yeah.
go, guys.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, Uncle
Bye.
Al.
Have a good night, Uncle Al.
You
Yeah,
still
I've been
go
up
listen
too
to some
long.
polka music.
No, I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Night.
Night, Uncle
Good
Al.
night.
Good night.
Yeah. There was I used to buy the weirdest CDs I could find, unknown weird stuff,
Mhm.
and occasionally I'd put it in my boom box inside the airplane or outside of the airplane. And I remember one afternoon, it was a night shift, a swing shift. I was in the aft cargo of a 737 installing some tubing for the fire suppression system. And I had just bought a CD of the Master Drummers of Akdawabon. These African guys standing there with these African drums. It was like a couple hours of like
Oh
this.
my gosh.
All of a sudden, he got some trash cans.
No, they're right on my table here.
Some kind of thong. His wife oohed.
I put that on, and I'm in the aft cargo, and the electricians that were working up in the passenger cabin, we had some removable floor panels, and it was like 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Even I was ready to vomit, and one of those floor panels flew up, and it was one of the lady electricians. She stuck her head down in the cargo and goes, "Now that is enough."
Good for her. Figures it took a woman to do it.
Yeah, me and my partner, me and my partner would roll. We were laughing so hard. Got the reaction I wanted.
That is a
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yep.
We tend to. I'm usually the one that when the dog won't stop barking next door, I'm like, I love animals, but I'm about to take their animal away and stuff it in our house and make it be quiet because it won't shut up. Because they would just like leave the dog outside barking all night long because they're awesome at owning dogs.
Wood Share Project in the side chat is making me laugh so hard. He says, good thing Facebook, something about Facebook. Oh, thank God for Facebook, where you'd have to call a few hundred people and tell them that you went to the gym today. And then the other one was, the doorbell is broken, yelled ding dong very loud.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's making me laugh.
Oh my goodness, Billy. Is your stuff all healed up there, Billy? You got clear skin now from, your little episode with the down under situation with the he got it all over.
Did you have to use monkey butt?
What?
You never heard of
monkey
that
butt
before?
paste?
It's that talcum powder, and it's called monkey butt.
Gotta add the monkey butt paste. It's paste.
Isn't that's horrible?
Yes, for your man rash. Even cute.
Okay, I got
man rash.
Man rash.
it's from my hangers.
It was poison ivy or something.
Oh my
Just to give
God.
hugs.
You got poison ivy on your man parts? What's
No,
wrong with you?
I call them hangers. They ain't airplane hangers. They ain't that big, but they hang.
Oh, anti-monkey butt powder they have also. That's good to know, Jay. And by the way, how might you know?
How are things hanging?
Yeah, how are things doing? You've been taking long walks lately? With that in your kit? Monkey butt powder. I'm going to have to add that to my preps, I guess, in case we have to bug out. Oh my gosh. They also have that, the soak. Have you seen that one, Court, where it's called Tired Old Ass?
No, I have not.
And the Vermont country store, I think, used to have it, like right next to like the monkey butts.
I don't know if you guys are familiar, but there's a soap called Duke Cannon.
No.
And it's made by vets. and vets have invested into the company,
Mhm.
but all of them have like funny names. Their powder is called trench warfare.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
Oh my god.
I forget, they have this big, huge thing of chapstick, and it's called offensively large chapstick. And the products are all for men, you know, but it's
Yeah,
hilarious.
That's smart. That's
My
smart.
husband loves this stuff.
Oh my
I remember
God. Love that.
one summer, you know, inside of the fuselage of an airplane, it's aluminum, and it's like you're a baked potato when you're inside of those. When there is no air conditioning. You know, you're just in there and you're sweating like a. And this one old Navy guy, he walks up and goes. This one Navy guy, he walks up and he goes, "Hey, Bob, you got a glass of water?" I said, "No, out there at the bubbler, you know." And he goes, "Hey, bring me one. I'm about to dunk my jewels in there and make some sack tea." What? Oh, dude, get away from me!
It's so disgusting.
I'm sweating
It's really gross.
I'm sweating so hard. I'm about to make some sack tea. Is that?
Ew.
Ah!
Should have handed him the powder. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Turn a fire hose on him, you know.
Yeah. Or push him overboard.
I wish I could.
Tea this. Tea bag.
Mhm.
Oh.
I said tea. Okay.
You said,
You're naughty. You're
you
naughty.
said sack. tea.
You're naughty. No,
No, I didn't. I
yeah, well, it's like Lipton, you know. Lipton tastes good, like.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I always grab a tea sack out of my nighttime tea. Ew.
Is that an
Unfortunately.
English thing? Is that do the English do that? They say, "Oh, I'm
Yes,
gonna grab my
right.
sack. How many lumps do you want? 1 or 2?"
You should have a doctor for that, dear. I want to have that checked out, darling.
I can just see the queen saying that, and then afterwards she's like,
Benji, what are you doing here?
or
Have the doctor come swing by, please.
doctor.
There's lumps on his sack. I mean, he wants lumps with his sack.
It has been a long day without you, my friend.
Yes, keep going there, Vibe.
He's talking about powder.
How?
Talking about powder.
How?
Your powder.
The
Remember Powder Puff Girls?
Yeah,
Peruvian marching powder? Is that what you
Was it Power Puff or Powder?
Power
Puff?
Puff.
power, not powder.
Oh, man.
Powder was some other creepy movie that everybody said not to see, so I never did.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Was it? Okay. There was something-
It was about an albino guy.
Albino.
Albino? Oh, I didn't
Albino?
know that's what it was about.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very good movie.
Okay, maybe I'll watch it sometime.
Albino.
I don't know why they thought it was. What was like there an underlying other storyline going with it?
Albino.
No, I mean it was about this guy. He was born different, and he kind of had magical powers, I guess you would say,
Oh, okay. Okay.
with like lightning and stuff like that. They thought, and so.
Yeah.
So nice.
Okay.
But it's a really good movie about how you shouldn't pick on people that are different.
Did lightning come out of his pink
Yeah.
eyes?
No.
Not like Carrie, where everything ends up being bloody because she's a little different too, right?
No,
Like,
no,
just
she's
giving-
different in all the wrong ways.
Right.
Poor Carrie.
I know. Poor thing.
Yeah, give me a good old psychopath any day, not some Carrie stuff.
Yeah.
You've already
that?
got one, Bob. You
Yeah,
got
well,
one. Careful what you
right
wish
on it.
for.
You should
I know.
totally write a book, Bob.
I
Yeah.
should.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should write a book and then just move to the Philippines and then live off your royalties because
Okay.
Lifetime Movie Network would totally eat that up.
Mhm.
Mhm.
The problem is, it's like I approached some of my neighbors with that video, and I waited until I got that video, and I
Mhm.
showed it to them, and I said he's been doing this, for years, 6 years. They don't believe me.
Oh man.
I'm not joking. They don't believe me.
The pets. That's the pets.
Blame the victim. Blame the victim. That's what people
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
No, it is. Yeah.
Poop troop. We have to schedule an hour or a second where we're all pooping at the same time. That'll be the ultimate poop troop.
Do I
That
have to
was
show it on camera?
not what I was expecting you to say.
Me either.
I was like,
I'm a
we
little
need to
confused.
schedule
But speaking of pooping, July 8th, I'm having our membership meetup. It's at 2:00.
Meet up.
Bring your own BYOB. It's only on the computer. It's at 2:00,
BYOB.
and I will share the link out through members only.
I'll show up.
I got Ziploc, so
I think I will too.
Can I
Unless something
Ziploc and
urgent happens.
or something?
Yeah, you can bring a Ziploc of it, Bob. That's allowed.
Okay.
I'm gonna show up to Courtney's house during the live stream. She's gonna be like, "Hang on, somebody
Freak her out.
Hi,
Oh my-
Courtney.
Oh
You
my
said we're having a
gosh.
meetup."
That's not too creepy. Could totally see that happening with some people on YouTube. Woohoo! Lola.
I can think of one right off the bat.
Yeah, me too. And I think I know who you're talking about.
Meet me at the post office or something.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's a whole different postman than the movie we were talking about before.
Yeah, that's why I've had stuff happen with YouTubers, stalkers on YouTube. Well, you will not say my name and address anywhere. You will not.
Yeah.
Also, others that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we'll put up or shut up. Find his name for me.
What if you
A lot
just
of
get
those.
like a big bazooka that shoots out a big ice crystal and it melts away? Oh, can I not say the bazooka word? I was talking about gum. Yeah,
Oh,
Gum.
that was great gum.
that was good gum.
I always had a comic strip.
I love the comic strip. I love the flavor, but it was pretty stale sometimes.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
a while, I was like, oh, this is hard.
The first
Okay.
couple chews were like tasty, but a little hard.
Why are my gums bleeding?
Yeah, I just
You-
lost another filling.
You just keep adding more gum.
Yeah, before you know it, you're like, oh, this hurts, and I can't stop chewing.
When I was a kid, a thing of bazooka bubblegum
It
was
was so hard.
a penny or 2 pennies for a thing of
Mhm.
bazooka bubblegum. We all tried it, and after
Yeah.
a couple of different times of chewing, it was like,
Yeah. But you got it for the little comic strip. And
yeah,
the
Remember that-
first
the
bite,
tape?
and then you're like, okay.
The roll-up tape, whatever they call that, the pink tape.
fruit roll-ups.
Is it that?
Do they
Was
still
it
make
like
that?
Yeah.
They do.
Fruit roll-ups, they do, but I don't think they call them fruit roll-ups anymore, do they?
I
Do
think
they
so.
still have the
Like, I
gum by
don't-
the foot
Oh, that was good.
and those little round things that it was like
That's
a
what I'm
tape?
talking about.
Gum tape. Yeah, gum
Yeah.
tape
That's
or
what I'm
whatever.
talking about.
That stuff was good.
Gum tape.
Yeah, they still make that.
My favorite still is the Bubblicious grape gum.
Yeah,
Mine was
Bubble tape.
watermelon.
they still have it at Target,
Yeah.
$1.19.
I love the bubblicious
I
watermelon.
like fruit leather too,
Mm.
Gardner Josh. I would make it in my dehydrator. It's so
Now I wanna
easy.
go get some. Yeah, is that the-
Oh my gosh, now I want gum. Like, even the grape, like, yeah, that was good too. But even Hubba Bubba bubble gum, like just their regular flavor, I like.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember
Remember
that.
ring pops?
Mm-hmm.
Ring pops and push pops?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My favorite is the Flintstone push-up ice creams,
Oh,
the
yeah, I
orange
remember
flavor.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite.
That was the I forgot the guy's name. The main guy.
True.
Fred
Fred.
Flintstone.
Yeah, that
Fred.
was
I
Fred.
didn't know that.
Hey,
Orange.
Betty was hot. Just putting
Yeah.
that out there. Betty was hot. If I was Fred, I'd be going over. Never mind. I'd be going over to Barney's house once in a while.
Watermelon was so good.
Once a month.
Hubba Bubba was just like so soft. I don't know what kind of sugar they used in that one. For some reason, that gum was just like
Mhm.
probably because you had bazooka first and anything.
Yeah.
They realized they didn't want their clients to have gum disease.
Maybe.
So
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't, put out there by, shoddy dentists
I
who wanted
I have
more
wondered
work.
a few times what is that stuff really made out of? What is it?
Oh, horses'
Yeah.
hooves
Oh, is it
or something.
Like, it
Sure.
could be.
I'm sure it's
It
weird
comes
like
out
that.
of a barrel that says Dow Chemical,
Monkey
It
butt
says
paste.
lard, but in Mexican or something. I don't know. Either way, it was fabulous. Just never swallowed it.
Yeah.
Just don't think about it. Put it in your mouth.
Exactly.
No, you just stuck it underneath the desk when you're
That's
done.
what she said.
Oh, that
Dustin, did you hear that? We're all going to be in trouble because of you caught.
It's my fault. Sorry.
Mrs. was supposed to go to the Filipino store today. I was going to get a balut and eat that on a video. A balut
Something
and a
has
San
spoken.
Miguel or a red horse. I think she left too late. She laid down and took a nap for a long time.
Oh, naps are glorious.
Oh yeah, we both took one
I was
today.
sleeping all day today.
Love naps.
The dentist prize chest always had carefree gum. Remember? It was like
Yes.
supposed to be sugarless.
Oh yeah.
And when Extra came out, I used the gag on that. I don't know what it was. Trident wasn't as bad as like Extra and the Carefree gum.
Extra.
It's like, dentist, sir, can I please have the crap that sticks to my teeth, sir?
Yeah.
I'll have the jujubes. We do not have that here.
Can I have jujubes, please? Jujubes.
What were the little ones? Were they jujubes? They were like the little tiny jujubes that could like really rip out a filling. They were teeny tiny ones.
Were they like
and they
little
were
buttons?
hard. Yeah, they were like, they weren't buttons. They weren't candy. They were like a gummy, but they were super hard. They're very tasty.
You know what was fun in the 70s?
What were they
Have
called?
you ever heard of milk duds?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw them.
They go buy those in the walk-in theater watching a movie. Get them suckers nice and slimy in your mouth. And woof, throw it. Sit in the back of the theater.
We do not condone that, children. Well,
For real, you
Grown
go to
up
grab it. It's
watching
like, who cracked on my head? Oh my God.
where's the big bird in here?
Somebody just threw poo at me.
You call him beep head.
Gross.
Have you guys ever seen that prankster who like he goes to the bathroom and he has like pudding on his hands, and then
Oh,
like
yeah.
somebody goes to the next
Nutella and-
stall and he's like, hey, can you hand me some toilet paper? And he goes and grabs underneath and he touches their hand with the pudding or whatever. And they're like,
Fight
oh
him.
my God. Like they don't even know what to say. But one guy like threatened to like kill him.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my
That was-
God, it went way too far.
I
That was
saw
the one
one.
I saw.
I saw
Go ahead.
one like that. The dad used Nutella on his little like 4-year-old, 5-year-old, and so she comes in the bathroom and she's like, the dad asks for her to come, right? And he's like, honey, can you hand me some toilet papers? Or I don't know what he did. So she hands it to, and he touches her hand with the Nutella, and then she looks at it and she starts crying like, "Ah!" and then the dad's like, it's okay, it's just chocolate, look, it's chocolate. Mwah, mwah, mwah." And he's like eating it, right? And then she's looking at him, she's like, ah! She's screaming even more and she runs away.
Traumatized.
I don't blame her because
Why
all
are you
your life you're thinking that's poop.
You
And
know?
he's like eating it.
And my dad did it to me, and I can't get a job.
My dad is forcing me to eat poop.
Nutella in a jar.
Hi, Sean in Alaska.
That something has spoken.
What's up? I don't know how the conversation always comes back to poop with us, but it does.
That's why we're the
Okay.
poop troop.
Yep.
We're the poop troop. Whoop whoop.
Do it every day.
Poop troop. I was at work the other day and I was like, damn it, I didn't have my morning poop.
Dude, Wickshire project, I can never really ever fart because of that problem. Like I can never, because God knows what it will really be. So I don't. I just end up going to the bathroom multiple times a day.
Let me tell you a crazy story that happened to me. So
It's horrible.
years ago, this is back in like 2000, between 2006 and I'd say around 2006, 2010, so maybe like 08, I don't remember, somewhere around there. my wife and I, we went on this motorcycle group ride with our friends, and it's just like maybe, I don't know, 15 of us. And this
Mhm.
is at night. And at that time, I had moved to where we lived in like 97, 98, but I didn't start driving legally on my own until like 2004 out here in California. And so when I was out with my friends, I didn't know where we were. I didn't know Los Angeles the way I know it today. And so we were, I don't know, 20 miles away from home, and I thought we were like in Vegas. I thought we were so far, like absolutely ridiculously far. So we're riding up this canyon, right? I have no clue where we are. And all of a sudden my stomach it starts, I'm like, oh, if I try to fart, it's not gonna be a fart. It's gonna come out like and so I'm like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, you're testing it to see if it is a fart, but you're so uncertain, And I was like, hey guys, I gotta go home. I'm not feeling well right now. And they're like, okay. And so I turn around. I turn around and I turn around with my wife. She's on the back of the motorcycle. And
Poor
we
wife.
we drive away because I have no idea. I have no idea where. Hang on. I got a better one. There you
No, that was good.
go. No, this one.
There's the stream. They'll see that sign. They'll be like, "What the?"
So anyway, so we turn around, and because I don't know where we are, I
I
just
know
drive
what it
down to the nearest freeway, and we just start taking the freeway home. Right? Whoa! How'd you do that? Oh.
Because I'm in control. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So anyway, so we get on the freeway home. We're like 20 minutes or so from home. Like we're far. And I'm hauling ass on the bike with her on the back, and I don't know where we are, so I can't just pull over and stop anywhere. We're just on this empty freeway. And I get home, dude, I kid you not. I run upstairs. I literally parked the bike. She was still on it. I'm like, you just take the keys. Like I hopped off. I ran upstairs, unlocked the keys, ran into the bathroom, and I get on the toilet because I think I'm about to explode diarrhea. It was the biggest fart I've ever had. Like I literally sat down and it was just air that came out. Like, poof. And I was like, that's it. I did all that for that the whole time. I was so pissed.
You could
Try
feel a
having to
Zeppelin.
take a poop and then being out in Amish country where there's like nothing.
Well,
Nothing.
that's how it was for me. I had no idea where we were. We got on the
Scariest moments of
freeway,
my life.
there's nothing. There's no
It's the
stores.
worst.
There's no gas stations to pull over on the way.
Other than an
We're in the middle
airplane.
of the mountains.
At least there's
Oh
a
my
toilet
God.
on an airplane.
True. Except
Hey,
for
did you
there's
guys
also 100 people that you've never met before that you're going
No,
to
so,
grace
like,
with that smell.
A few
Oh.
months ago.
Door.
Hey, a few months ago.
That's why
there
you
was
need the poopery.
This was on the news a
Toilet
few months
water.
ago.
Like a
These-
whole
these-
bunch of it. Go ahead. Sorry,
girls-
Viper. Sorry. Go ahead.
These girls were playing, these like sisters or friends, I don't know, they're 2 or 3 girls, they were playing in their backyard, and a Boeing, like a 737 or 74, I don't know, some big Boeing airplane, passenger plane flies overhead, and like not even 10-15 seconds after it flew past, it started raining. Okay, like raining, and like a drizzle rain, and the girls like saw what happened, and they were like, oh my God, and they ran like under their little patio cover, whatever you want to call it. Apparently there was some kind of malfunction on the plane, and it caused the plane to release the
No.
I forget what it's called, you might know this, Bob.
Blue water.
They released the
No,
tank.
they can't release it in the cockpit.
Yeah, they're not supposed to, but there was a technical difficulty on the plane where it released it and it rained poop. Like imagine water, like rain, like normal rainwater, just a normal rain, like poop
Yes.
for like
Blue
20
water.
seconds.
Yeah.
It was poo rain for like 20 seconds, and it was all
Ew.
on the news.
Oh,
Yeah,
gross.
if
They must
one
have
of
been low. Doesn't it usually come out frozen, Bob, if they're up?
Yeah,
Drops
if you have
frozen
if you have a
chunks.
leak, it's a stainless steel coupling behind a swing door with
Mhm.
two finger latches, and it's a stainless steel coupling in the side of the aircraft, and it's got O-rings and seals. It's double safe to make sure that don't happen. They can't release it in the air. It's
No, they're not.
something.
They're not supposed to. But it was the plane.
Yeah.
Something went wrong with the plane in order for it to have done that. They said that because they
Well,
don't
that's-
have a manual release.
Talk
in
to
the air.
me. they can't release it in the air.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's
But
no
yeah,
like
it was all over the
you know,
news, and they're
auto
filming-
eject poo. Click. Hit the,
Yeah.
that
No,
way.
pretty much. They
I would
recorded
want
their whole
that if
patio.
I had a plane.
Mhm.
Their whole patio was just like, you know, when it rains, and I'm talking a very light drizzle rain. You know how like it starts little water drops everywhere, except it was brown
That'd be great for the captains too when
All
they're
over
having a
the
bad
neighborhood.
day.
all over the neighborhood.
Hey,
And the cra-
that's
it was
my
here.
that's my ex-wife's house. Hey, fire away, Sully. Let her rip.
It was here where I live. It wasn't far.
That would be awful if it was your house. I know that's terrible.
Yeah, it
Gross.
is. It is.
That's
Outside
awful.
playing, kids
Yeah.
jumping on the trampoline, starts raining poop.
Poor parents. Like,
And
what do you?
Mom, what are these
Oh my
little
God.
soft blue M&Ms? That you know, they're not crunchy, but the blue. You know?
And it's the corn.
Or
Hey,
like in Joe Dirt,
Yeah,
where all of his
corn.
life he carried around that big old brown thing, and he was like, "It was my best friend. We did everything together." And then he realized it was like came from an airplane. It was a big
Yeah.
giant turd.
Where I got
He
it
thought it was a
from.
meteorite.
Yeah, they call it a Boeing bomb, you know, because it was a frozen
Yeah.
chunk of poopy, you know.
but the corn would be green because it's mixed with the blue, so you would have green corn. You would have blue, like blue carrots.
Corn and carrots.
What color would watermelon seeds be?
Hmm.
That would be black.
Would
It's-
they?
They would.
Navy.
Navy black.
Let me get my color wheel. Okay.
Hallelujah. Pumping
Your
rain.
palette, your color palette.
Yeah, my color palette. There you go.
Hey, Stan family, thank you so
No, you
much
got
for
it
being
right.
here. I'm sorry we're talking about poop. My grandson was running around in the backyard. All of a sudden, he's leaning over, and all you can see is his head. Yep, you guessed it. He was squatting to poop. Grandsons are funny, aren't they?
Rock
Okay.
on, kid. Rock on.
I saw a YouTube short. This
Sorry.
was funny. I saw a YouTube short. This guy is like on his couch, right? And his girlfriend or his wife, I don't know, is walking by, and she's in this really like nice dress. Okay, not crazy, revealing nothing, but she looked really beautiful, right? And she's walking by, and he's like, "Damn, babe, you look sexy. You're beautiful. Where you going?" And then he's like, he's filming. So as he's walking up to her, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go out with some friends. You know, we might go to the mall." I don't know what she's saying. And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, you have fun." And then like they open the front door, and they like she turns around to kiss him goodbye. And but the on top of the video it says like how to like keep your girlfriend or something from misbehaving or something like that. He took like chocolate Nutella, and like when he went to smack her butt, he left a little two little
Streak.
two little finger streaks like right in between her butt cheeks. And
Oh
she
my
walks
God.
out with a white dress and little landing strip.
No.
Brown. Yeah.
Oh, that's-
She'd come home and
Well, that'll do
waylay
it.
him, man.
Oh,
Oh
I've
my
been
God.
so angry.
I would have been so angry too. I'd have been like, "You can lick that up now," and then I'm leaving.
free
Alright.
dental work, man. Yeah.
Gosh, it's horrible. It's the worst. Actually, no. Getting your ladies' days in Disney is the worst in white. I think that's the worst.
Mhm.
Had a
That's
friend.
Gotta be. Mhm.
Yeah.
Gotta be. Yeah.
Had a
That's
friend.
what the-
that happened.
Black pants. That's what they're made for. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why you should always wear jeans or black pants to those places. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I'm on energy saving mode. That's what I need to say to my husband.
Everything just fell silent for a moment. Should we pursue that concept? No.
Oh, what's
I
that
just-
movie?
Breaking me up tonight.
What's that movie, Courtney? Oh my God, what's that movie?
I'm looking at you. chicken.
Bridesmaids.
That's horrible. I felt so bad. Like, that's horrible, but it's so funny.
All right.
Have you guys seen that movie?
I need to,
don't
but
remember.
Oh,
I
I
need it
laughed
like
so hard.
There's a scene where she's in her wedding dress. And I
She's
think
like trying it on, but
she's
before
trying
that, they
on,
had Mexican food.
and it just
Oh,
came out.
no.
It was her stomach acted up at the wrong time at the wrong place. And
Oh,
she's trying on these
no.
big, beautiful, like luscious wedding dresses, like
Oh,
Mhm.
poofy and everything.
Yep.
And it just, when you gotta go, you gotta go. And
Oh, in a
she ran-
princess dress.
she ran,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
exactly.
And
she
she's
run-
like fighting with her friend at the same time. So she ran out in the middle of the street. She's fighting with her friend, and she like had to go to the bathroom. And so
Oh,
she
no.
just like she's in her dress, and she like crapped in her dress.
she let it rip.
The
She let it
street.
rip in the middle of the street in her wedding dress. Well,
Wake up my husband. Oh my gosh.
It was
that's
so
too
funny.
That's horrible though, but so funny. My dress was so full. My husband, when we had our like the place after the wedding, the reception place, it was like an older building, so it had like really narrow hallways up to the rooms because they also had a few like a honeymoon suite and everything. He had to get behind me and literally fold my dress in on itself and push me up the stairs because it was
Wow.
so narrow. And I'm just like, please don't get any marks back there. Just don't. Are your hands clean? Because it wasn't like the wedding wasn't over yet. It was where you go up there and you wait for them to like, have cocktail hour, and then you can go down and they announce you. So it was like taking us 5 minutes just to get up the stairs with my dress. That was one of my past times. I did that actually. I was a wedding consultant.
Bob's
That was
like-
fun.
Bob's
That was
like,
fun.
my dress was pretty good.
Yeah. I just wore a garter belt. You know.
All right, that's all
Yeah.
I need.
Okay.
I mean, that's all I wore.
Yeah, I could.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
I'm sure your blow up girlfriend really appreciated that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, that's when I got legally married.
Oh,
The girlfriend came later. Okay.
Okay.
Much later.
Oh, that's why the missus blew a hole in her.
Yeah, she used her shotgun. Bam!
Mm-hmm. Oh, we
saw
can't say the G word.
I saw this Instagram post, and it was like 5 reasons, like 5 reasons to find your soulmate or something like that. And it was like, 1, find a woman, that's loyal. Find a woman that can cook. Find a woman, that's nicer. I don't know, whatever. And then it was like, and number 5, don't let these 4 women find out about each other. Something like that.
Good luck. Good luck.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally.
It's that
That
female
is wrong.
knows. These ladies know if you touched another woman or
Oh, that's a
anything.
sixth sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's a smell. It is a smell. They know. There's no question about it. They know. Yeah, they know if you're out fooling around. That's why I don't do that stuff, man. That's just so self-destructive. It's just
Oh my God, yeah.
not worth it.
Nope, I was trying to do something here, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
What are you trying to do?
There we go. There we go. Okay, so today,
Red Robin?
yep. How did you know?
The penis has spoken.
Okay, cool.
No, but-
Is that the
Bob-
new emoji? I don't think so.
Bob's
You're-
reaction.
Okay, so today was my dad's birthday, and my dad
Aw.
passed away about 7 years ago.
Happy birthday.
And I have a picture here. Um,
My grandfather's birthday just passed June 8th. And then my friend's death anniversary was the next day, June 9th.
All my family's dead.
Hello, M. Piedmar. Thank you for coming in. Bless you too.
They're all dead. I don't have anybody here.
Have us.
I got a couple people here, but I don't want to have anything to do with them. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't have any family here anymore. They're all gone.
There you guys go.
Look at
There's me and my dad at my
you.
wedding.
All right.
Aw, Corey, you look so pretty. So
It was
pretty.
back in
Cool.
2012.
You got married in
Wow, all right.
2012?
Mm-hmm.
When did we get married? Oh, 2011? Damn it.
You look tan there, Court. Was that
She
like
does.
a real
Because I tanned
tan?
before my wedding.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you said you'd like have a hard time tanning. That you
I
tried.
do. I even then
But
at
that's a
that
really
point,
nice tan.
yeah, at that point it took me months.
Oh,
I had to buy a 3-month tanning package or something before.
yeah, to get it
Yeah,
the base
because I
tan.
knew
and
I
everything.
wouldn't have tanned before then. Tanning is awesome. It feels so good to like sit in a bed and like you almost sleep. It just feels so good. The only problem is it's like so not healthy for your skin.
No, and it's not healthy for your insides. People
Well,
bake their insides down here.
It's
Really?
One thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's one
Yeah,
thing
I
to
don't know
do
if
it.
it's a radiation thing or what, but yeah, they've had people actually bake their insides somehow
That's
under those
disgusting.
beds.
What's
It's
the
one
settings?
thing-
Because if I decide to be a cannibal, that might be a useful tool.
No,
Huh.
you need the big George Foreman.
Put them in the oven.
So my hobo stove won't do it. Huh? I gotta put 'em in
Just get a solar oven.
Yeah.
It's one thing to tan like here and
We have
there,
plenty of
but
those.
when you do it like once a week
Poker
or once a
again.
month,
Are
like,
you
that's
done
too
yet?
much.
Are you done?
Yeah, we have the leather people down here. You're right, Viper.
Some people are like out here, they're just so obsessed with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're finally,
Well,
they're
it is like a
finally
drug.
they're
for some
starting to
people.
finally get brainwashed by the media with this whole
Mhm.
eco-friendly stuff.
Oh,
So now they're
yeah.
actually going to the beach and getting as close to naked as possible and actually tanning naturally. But
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of people here that are just mentally crazy about those things, and
Yeah.
they do
I've yeah.
liposuction. They do what's that injection called where you that stupid
Botox?
surgery. Yeah, they do Botox and tanning and breast enlargement,
Augmentation, yeah.
they do all that stuff. They love that stuff out here, and then you see them, and it's like these tan plastic dolls walking around. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
That was
they
a big
probably-
thing in Boca.
some of them.
Do they
look-
compete or something like that?
No, it's just the people that
See whose
do it.
butt's bigger.
Some people,
Yeah.
hey,
They have that too
I
now.
had my fat injected in my butt. Oh, I use silicone.
Some people look.
Yeah,
You
that's
never
what
know.
I'm talking about, Courtney. That's what I'm talking about.
Some people look decent. I'll give them that. Like there's some women that just get like a breast implant or they'll get like a nose surgery to trim the shape their nose, and that's it. And I think okay, that's still for me. I wouldn't do it, but you look good. But then there's
Mhm.
some people that's just like their lips are like almost touching their nose and their chin. Their
Mhm.
lips are so poofed up. Their boobs are just
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
out of whack, and
That just-
I don't know. It's just.
Mhm.
And they like it. I mean, hey, you like it, but at the same time, it's like it's gonna come back to you later on, man. Like I've
Well,
seen
they
some
say people get addicted to it. Some
They do.
people just really can't.
And the
Stop.
Vicodin that comes with the surgery. That's
and it's
one
not
of the
cheap. Yeah.
big killers. Right
But yeah, I didn't think about that, Bob. That's true.
there. Mhm.
I don't.
Those opioids.
I see a lot of women that I've seen them before, and they're absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And then afterwards, it's like, ugh,
Mhm.
oh, what the hell happened?
Renee Zellweger. That's all I
Yeah.
got to say about that.
I know, right?
And then it's
Didn't
like,
even look
oh.
like the same person. I'm like,
Mm-mm.
Then they realize they screwed up. Like, oh my god, I screwed up. Me. I'll stop. And then when they stop, it's even worse because their body's trying to fight it and come back.
Mhm.
But it's like it can't.
Because was
really.
what was it? Meg Ryan did that to herself too. She had the sweetest.
oh,
like,
Demi
look.
Moore.
Mhm. Oh, I haven't seen Demi Moore's.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, not Demi Moore. Who was I thinking of?
Share.
No. Melanie Griffith. That's what I was
Mm.
thinking of.
Yeah,
she
she's
really messed herself up.
few too many there, and it probably just all built up. That's
Oh.
sad.
I'm sorry. A little, like I said, a little tiny nose job or like a chin or cheekbone.
Yeah,
if you
I
want-
could see that.
I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
Maybe if you want breast implants and it's like one of those like rare occasions where it's like it would benefit you. I can see that, but not outrageous. You know what I mean? Not let's not go a little crazy with it. I've seen butt implants where the actual implant flips in the butt
Oh.
and their butt cheek is no longer round. It's like it looks like a frisbee inside.
Oh,
because it's poorly done, and their body is just not handling it right. You know. And another thing with the breast implants, a lot of people, well, now today's technology, it's a lot better, but back then you had to be careful getting on a plane, because when you got up in the air with the pressure change, they would blow up, they would pop. The
I
implants.
heard something about that. I wonder if
Yeah.
that's real or
It is.
rumor.
It is.
Is it? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they
I
well
popped a
back
boob.
the
What'd you do?
earlier
Oh,
ones.
I went to
earlier
visit my
ones.
ma.
Oh
I
my
went to visit
God.
my mom and I popped a boob.
It's like,
Imagine
it's
being,
like
imagine being
Right?
that poor kid like across the plane. And you know how little kids are. They see boobs and they're like, "Oh my God!" And then this little kid's like staring across the plane, across the seats, and he's just staring at this woman's boob, and it just pop.
welcome to Continental.
Yikes.
Boom.
We're about to go to our cruising altitude of 32,000 feet. All of a sudden, some lady goes.
Yeah, the little balloon. The little balloon. When you let the air out of a balloon,
And it popped a butt cheek.
and then it just starts sagging.
William Shatner comes out, tries to explain it.
Tries to explain the discounts on Expedia. Gee, if you would have chosen Expedia.com, we would have gotten you the best rates with the best
There's
plane.
something on the wing.
There is, yeah, that old one from William Shatner. That one was okay, but the remake with John Lithgow, with that demon-looking thing
Oh, that was
on the wing.
frightening.
Oh, I think of that every time I fly. ain't
I
kidding you.
know.
Especially where it grabbed the engine to sell and held up bits of the structure and looked at it and smiled. It was,
Yeah, that was freaky. I
Threw
still
it into
remember
the
that
intake.
part too.
oh, yeah. That's true. That's pretty much what it would do.
Hello,
Mhm.
Howie.
Or
That'd
the
be
teeth.
now, Joe.
Ugh.
That'd be one thing I'd be terrified about because I'm really super pale.
Mhm.
So if I did anything naked, I would feel like, and I got burnt.
Oh,
Can you imagine?
Courtney.
Can you imagine you're burnt in places that you shouldn't be burnt in?
Ooh,
Courtney,
that
thanks.
was-
check your Instagram message. I think did I send it to you? Yes, I sent it to you.
Hey,
check your
Howie.
Instagram. Check your Instagram DM. I can't share this because it can't be right. But look what happened to him. This guy, he's so pale, and he forgot to take off his face mask, and he got a suntan.
I
What?
saw that. I thought it was fake.
It's so real.
It's real. He was
Wait,
wearing a face mask and
I
he
can't-
went
I can't play
outside
it. I
mowing
won't-
the lawn. And when he took it off, it was like, you know how you do with sunglasses? It was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh
I
my
can't
god.
play it. I can't play it, but I'll share the picture of it, the thumbnail.
Okay, back
it's
up a
all-
smidget.
Yeah, a little bit because he's really whitey in that.
Oh.
That does not even look real. It's so contrasted. Oh my god.
It's a Disney
Thank
character.
you, Lauren. Thank you for coming in.
Looks like spray tan man.
Oh, that's terrible.
I don't want to breathe that in. Let me just put this mask on. With these glasses.
That's
Yeah, you got to think
insane,
about
man.
people in like the hot states like Arizona, Nevada, Texas. Like, I'm sure these people got tan lines from masks.
True.
You know.
Does not
Realize-
make any sense.
Here in Seattle, it's only 53 degrees.
We've been in
Right
the high
now?
80s.
Yeah, that's it. We had 2 sunny days this year.
It's currently right now. It's currently 78 outside, and it's 8:45 at night.
Hello, Ark Wildman Survival.
53 degrees here.
Yeah, we've been
That
going
is
through, like some
pouring
hot
down
temperatures.
rain for about 12 hours.
It's supposed to go in the hundreds this week.
That's why I'm so freaking white. I don't see any
Tomorrow,
sun here.
actually.
Ugh.
Yeah, I guess if you don't want skin cancer, move to Seattle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or Alaska.
Get some other stuff out there though.
I just said skin cancer. Okay.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
we got Ted Bundy, we've got Gary Ridgway.
But what is it? An uptick in your suicide rate out there too, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's because none of them have tans.
That's right. They need to see the sun more. I forget
tan.
though. You guys aren't the top anymore. I forget who was like.
Oh, Northeast Ohio.
Is it really?
I don't know, probably.
Oh.
Is it really? I don't know.
I know. I'm like easily fooled.
She
Really?
got your hopes up so high.
You have a
someone
puppy?
have a- Really? No, I don't know.
Sure, I'll come to your big white van.
Do you
I
hear
had a
about those
fan.
people that were so desperate for a rip-off purse? You know, those
Mhm.
or whatever. So there was this woman. She would like that we knew it was a mutual friend. She would like go to Chinatown
Yeah.
and get on some random van with some Chinese people and go to some kind of warehouse to get those knockoff purses.
Bang Bros.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, could I just follow you, please?
Yeah, if that. Yeah, if that.
I don't want to exchange that for purses. Thank you very much.
Mhm. Yeah, pretty much.
That's a little scary. Yeah.
That's why for
Anybody
years
heard
during
my-
December up until January, I'd fly to Manila or to another part of the Philippines and get some sun and be able to go outside and walk. Because right
Yeah.
now it's supposed to be summertime here. It's 53 degrees and pouring down rain for 12 hours. That did wonders. I no longer take any depression medication anymore. As soon as I started doing that, I just have seasonal depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sad. Yeah.
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind
Yeah,
getting one of
lack
them.
of vitamin D can mess up your body.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll swear to that. Yeah, and the physical exercise that comes along with it. You just can't go outside. Well, I can, and I'm used to it.
Yeah, but who wants to at 50-something degrees and it's pouring down rain?
And I'm
Okay.
only 55
I'll go
years
out and
old.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe for Bob. We're going to get him a raincoat.
I got all that.
Hey,
But
there was
I
a
don't want
guy.
to come back home with a snot running down my nose and my hands red.
A
Isn't
heated
it
raincoat.
great?
There was a guy
There you
I
go.
remember back in 2016. I was browsing the GoFundMe's.
He made that sound like he was like Abe Lincoln. Back in 2016, 4 scores ago. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Go ahead.
I was just browsing the GoFundMe links just to see like what kind of GoFundMe's are out there, and I found one. I stumbled upon one that said, "Help me eat potato salad." The dude had $56,000.
What?
I don't know how.
Oh, I think it was Help Me Make It. And he was like going to give people potato salad. I know
I
it was
don't
like a
know.
big thing, and they even wrote articles about the
Did they?
guy and
Do
stuff.
you know
Yeah.
about that? Yeah, he had like 56. I mean, it could have went higher, but when I saw it, it was 56.
I
grand.
think
I'm
it
like,
went higher, really. Like it was
Jesus.
New
ridiculous.
Kitchen and Beyond is talking about your raincoat.
A raincoat?
Then you can fletch.
I was gonna say, hey,
Nah, his follower will like that.
surprise! Yeah, I got a neighbor like that. He already did that to me.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, that's why I
Lovely.
threw it. That's why I threw it.
Just
out.
do it to him back.
No.
Like it too much.
Like, yeah, you gonna do that to me? Well, here you go. Yeah.
Start throwing eggs at his windows.
Not so much.
Egg his car.
Oh, you just gotta have one of those coats that you open up and it's got everything that goes pew 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 pew.
Yeah, like that.
I had
Roll pin.
I have a neighbor that
release a spoon.
Just put that in a football, Bob. Nobody will ever know.
Mhm.
they'll never know.
You catch this.
Like on
That was
Instagram.
something
How will
wrong.
they know?
I'm
They'll
dead.
never know. They're gonna
Why
know.
me?
I know,
Funny.
right?
Yeah, why me?
How come?
It can't be some. It can't be some gorgeous Indonesian woman with dark tan skin and a perfect hourglass figure.
No,
could
because then your wife
you
would go pew
imagine-
And
pew.
a coconut
Oh yeah,
bra.
yeah.
Oh
And
man, with the coconut bra with the little
coconut bra.
leaves on there, and imagine
I'm
with
okay
the
with
with
that.
the face
I'm okay
mask
with that.
suntan. Yeah, that's hot.
some exotic, gorgeous
Mask.
woman. No, it's got to be some perv.
Hey,
Yeah,
what
now
if-
it's like
what
she's
if-
like
okay,
from the
Bob,
Blue
now what
Lagoon
if-
or something.
let's just speculate. Let's just speculate. You're single, whatever, and this hot like Asian girl comes up to you. I mean, Victoria's Secret model, perfect body, seashell bra, nice curly long hair, beautiful makeup and all, but she has the mask tattoo, the mask suntan. What would you do?
A masked suntan?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that has that
Hey man, it lights up in the dark. You know, it's like
It lights up in the dark, he said.
a missile targeting. You know,
Target acquired.
hold still, baby. We're on Mach 3 here.
I don't think he'd be able to date her because it sounds like she's a Democrat.
Quit talking like
Whoops.
that.
True.
For God's sakes, the wife here. Shush. They'll call me Bob.
Got you a quarter pounders.
I need to like Caesar Milan my dogs.
I'll see you guys.
Oh, are
later.
those your
I'm
dogs?
gonna
I thought that Bob had
give
dogs.
Miss-
All right, Bob.
Bye, Bob.
Give Mrs. a hand later, guys.
All right.
Alrighty.
Have a good night, Bob.
Have a good night.
Baby, come back.
Baby, come back.
I miss you. I miss
All right,
you.
Mrs. What you get, huh?
Oh, good. He's not leaving. I like his OBS. He just turns his camera away. Well, there that goes. All right.
Huh?
I'm confused.
I was gonna
What
leave
is
too
going on?
for a second.
That's some chicken. It looks
Quiet.
like it's pooping chicken.
I said quiet. They can't hear you.
Thanks. That was my ear. I'll be definite now. Did you want to say something, Viper?
We'll be right back. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties on the electric chucking.
K9
It's the
difficulty.
electric chicken.
You can
chickens.
feel it. It's electric.
Courtney, go erase the little loop on that chucking.
Can feel it.
No.
No.
Electric looks like he pooped out the word chicken.
It's the electric chicken.
That's a cool chicken.
It is a cool chicken.
I see where it says chicken, but it's like the soda Sunkissed. If you look at it, it says Swickest or Sin Kissed.
Hmm.
If you look at it right.
Yeah, I have a shirt like that it says hope is the anthem of my, and it says instead of soul, it looks like it says soup.
It's the anthem of my soup.
Yes.
What were you,
It's like
Courtney?
I was
You
so
were the
happy to get it.
Alka-Seltzer- What was it?
Hmm?
What were you again, Courtney? The Alka-Seltzer to something?
The Alka-Seltzer.
Come
What?
on, Courtney. You're my Alka-Seltzer in the morning or something like
Oh yeah. I'm the crap that she drinks. Something. I'm the Alka-Seltzer that takes her heartburn away.
that. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah, I was the Alka-Seltzer that took somebody's heartburn away.
wow.
Yeah,
On
they
the
said it
live
to me.
stream.
It was like
On a live stream?
it was on a live stream.
Oh, that's right. I heard. Yeah, I remember that. It was in the
I
feed.
couldn't believe they. I was like, we all looked up. I remember. Wait, because
We're like, okay.
I was I don't
was
know
a
what I
great
was
one.
doing. I was doing something, and then I looked up, and then who was on here too? Was it? It was someone else, and they all looked. Everybody's reactions were like, "Wait, what?" Like
Everybody was like, huh?
did we hear that right?
Yeah, that was
Just
crazy.
remember, people, I'm the Alka-Seltzer that takes your heartburn away.
Heartburn away. When you're having a bad day, just think of Courtney. She'll take your heartburn away.
You're feeling a little gassy. Just think of
Ginger
Courtney.
Ninja was there though. She remembers.
I was there. I remember it. Hey, Ginger.
Ginger.
What's up? Did you see I put first? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I just had to come back and, be late. That's all.
Baby, come back. My boss is not gonna be here tomorrow or the next day,
Oh.
so it's just gonna be.
So you're going to get picked on by the other guys, you think? As the new favorite?
No, honestly, it's funny because
Boss's new favorite. You're the boss's new favorite.
well,
They'll lock you in the bathroom.
I wouldn't say
It's
that.
like the worst.
part, but no, because I
It's the
started
worst.
working
The
there.
shop's bathroom. It's so disgusting.
He had a guy that worked for him for 4 months, and he ended up quitting because that guy went to start his own business. And then
Mhm.
here I come, and I started working there, and then he hired someone else, another guy, younger guy, like a few weeks after me, and LOL. I don't know why you sent me that.
I was replying.
Oh, okay. Like an hour later. But that's okay. Better late than never. Just kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, no, it's just gonna be the two of us. So we'll be all right. We got plenty of things to do. I'm like anxious to go to work actually. It's crazy because I've been off for like a year and a half, and I don't know. Like I had my depression in May, early June of last year when the whole thing started, and I was home like for like a month on my own doing nothing, and like that's when I got like two weeks of depression. I was like going out of my mind. I was like, I don't know what to do. Oh my God. I'm like, and you know, I guess I readjusted, and I did that for a year and a half. I was just home all day doing nothing, you know,
Yeah.
going surfing the internet, and sometimes my wife and I would go to the market. We'd visit family here and there, but it wasn't like every day, you know. And now that I started working again, and I got a job that I'm like static, like love doing. When I have my days off, I'm like, damn, this is boring. Like there's nothing to do. Like yeah, there's stuff to do, but there's like nothing to do, if you know what I mean. And
Fishes, are you pooping?
no,
I'm gonna go pee again because
Oh, okay.
my bladder's the size of a pea.
Okay,
Well,
so
no.
she's peeing, not pooping.
Yeah, remove the two E's and put an OO. So yeah, and so now my days off, I'm like, I don't know how I did the same thing for a year and a half. Like I can't wait to go to work.
I love it. I am starving.
Yeah, I know my wife is cooking dinner right now. I'm watching. Got that Marvin Gaye song stuck in my head. Yep. Yeah, you saw my job, Courtney. You know what I do.
Yep.
I was so proud of myself last week, Friday, because my boss had given me so much to do the day before. He's like, you got to install this bracket, install that, route this wire in here, install the fuse box, route this wire, and all this. And I'm thinking like I know I can do it, but I was like, wow, that's a lot. Like I want to do that. Like that's my personal goal. Like I want to get it all done, and I got it all done. I get it all
Well,
done.
there you go.
Like there's sometimes like I do some work myself, and I'm just like I'm proud of myself. Like I'll do something, I'm like, wow. Like I surprise myself. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I did that. Did you ever mess with your cricket after?
No, I haven't had a chance to play around with it. My family farm, I got a few rations. Would that help? Would be hard to upload though.
We have to we gotta start making some stickers, man.
Yep.
Get some orange vinyl sticker,
Yeah.
and then put your logo. Imagine the poop emoji logo. Come on now. The poop mug. E. The sexual healing. And I gotta get
Oh, Bob is back.
Bob is back. Bob.
Bob, come back.
Bobby, come back.
You can blame it all on Mike.
me. Bobby, come back.
Deja poo. Or chicken pooping. Hey, that's the electric chicken.
No, it's electric chucking. We're chucking chickens.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get a bowl of cereal. I can't take it anymore. I need something to eat.
All right, guys. Bye.
I'll be right back. Well, I guess I'm not going anywhere yet.
Well, at least wait for fishes to come back with me.
Yes, Bob was pooping. There he
What's up,
is. He's back.
Bob?
Look, he was a little sweaty.
Hey, put Bob where the A is and put me where Bob is.
About 4 pounds lighter now.
There you go. Yeah, weight
See,
reduction.
Viper just wanted to be next to you, Bob.
Yeah, because now look, now we're looking at each other. See how this lines up?
All right, I'm getting a bowl of cereal. Be right back.
Right on. Mrs. is starting to cook right now.
Right, same here.
Mm.
You're 4 pounds lighter. You got that weight reduction.
Yeah, it works.
Be able-
man. Yeah.
Be able to go faster.
There's some commercial on YouTube. People have a secret pooping habit. You get the same advertisement there
I
in
don't know,
Los
I've
Angeles?
never-
No.
I mean, maybe, but I've never seen that one.
Oh, I got the free version. I don't. But it's like I've often wondered about that. The advertising on YouTube, is it the same in Los Angeles as it is here in
And
Seattle?
across all states, yeah. That's
Yeah,
interesting. Or around
yeah.
the world, even then.
that's I'm curious about that.
Huh. that's
It's
a good point.
like in your area, there's no need to advertise cold weather gear. Here,
Yeah.
go to Burlington
think it-
Coat Factory.
I think it also depends on what you watch,
Yeah, I'm sure.
because I've seen ads that relate to what the videos you watch and subscribe to are. You know what I mean?
There was a fella in Texas, he's about my age. He made a video today about how he and his wife were talking about a product.
Mm-hmm.
And twice in the same day, him and his wife, because their phones were right next to him. Twice in the same day, that same product popped up on advertising.
Wow.
The same product. And he said, no, that's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
They say that your phone can hear you at any time.
I wouldn't doubt it. You ever watch that movie Eagle Eye with Shia LaBeouf? It's like, oh my god, like 10 years ago now, or something like that. And basically, I mean, the movie has its own story and its own setting, whatever. But it's basically that, like every video, audio device possible can track you, and they
Again.
have to go. Their mission is to destroy the main hub that controls that system. And they try to like assassinate the president and stuff like that. And based on audio and video, like they can track, and they're making the electronic computer system is making these people commit things, like do things in order to fulfill the mission, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get it.
It's a pretty interesting story. I mean, I liked the movie. I thought it was pretty cool.
Was that system also able to protect itself by throwing them off track?
Yes,
like
yes,
that?
yes, it can.
I think it has something
It can,
to do
because
with those.
there were parts of the movie where the guy was like, okay, now deliver this to this location and then blow it up. The guy's like, I can't do that. No, screw that. I'm not doing it. I've had enough with you. But it's a computer that has a woman's voice on the phone, and so he's like, I can't do that. And he runs away, and the computer overrides and like sends like an electrical current through like the phone wire antennas, whatever, and it basically pops the fuses, which snaps the wires, which the wire then comes flying down and just cuts the guy, like just explodes him on. So like that's just one scene of the movie. It's not crazy graphic. It's not bad. It's
What movie is that?
if you want to watch it, go ahead. It's called Eagle Eye.
Oh.
From like 10 years ago.
Mhm.
So we're talking about like how audio videos can hear you even when you're not using it.
Sorry, it's a peach.
Those headphones. You should be working marshaling aircraft at an airport someplace.
That's what Cortney says about me.
Sorry, we have no openings for you. You'll have to move on to the next one. We have no gas. Oh well, sorry.
God, it's just terrible. I can smell the steak and onions cooking in here.
I don't know what Mrs. is going to make. I don't know.
God.
In my house, the kitchen belongs to the wife and daughter. They throw me right out. Get out.
You see, I'm on the same boat. I literally had this conversation with my wife's mom yesterday. I was like,
Yep.
I offer to help. I offer to cook with her, and she denies me in here. She's like, go away. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
Mhm.
I'm like,
I
I can
do.
help you, and she's like, no, I don't need help. I'm like, all right.
Well, I do the dishes, laundry, vacuum, all that stuff, so that when she gets home from her long hours of work, all she has to do is just flake out,
Yeah.
Nice.
But the cooking, no, get out of my kitchen.
Yeah.
I think it's in my circumstance, they're the Filipino, and
It's a tradition thing.
it is. I think it really is.
Yeah. Because that's how it is. That's how it is with her. She's Latino, so it's like it's the same
Oh,
thing.
okay. There you go. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
I know my family overseas. I found out what kind of coffee that my sister-in-law, my Filipino sister-in-law, likes. So I would arrive at the family's house, and I'd walk down to the sari store and buy instant
White Family Farm.
a sacket of my favorite instant coffee and a sack for my sister-in-law. So you got to be good to the woman of the house. You know what I'm saying? You got to be good to her.
Yeah.
And the first day I arrived, I opened it up and I mixed up my coffee and put it in the microwave, and she's standing there like this. The second day I arrived there with the coffee from the sari, she reached out and took the coffee and she made it herself. She's just like, my kitchen. This, even making a simple cup of coffee, men don't go in the kitchen.
Yeah. I know that kind of.
Your wife's Latina. It's got to be that Spaniard influence.
Yeah, it is.
Guess,
The men go to work. The women take care of the house and kids, and do the laundry, and we do all our part. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Like,
yeah, my family over in Mindanao.
But you gotta help sometimes. You can't just be like,
oh, I do. I tell you, I go to the
Okay.
store, and I also consistently do the dishes.
Yeah, because some
Almost
people will be like, all right, it's
always.
your kitchen. You do what you want, and let it,
Yeah.
be whatever. But
That's kind of taking advantage, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
That in the Philippines at night, the men sit outside of the house, and I don't know what part of Latin America your wife's from, but Mindanao is a really dangerous place. It is, and the men will sit outside, and I asked my wife and my nieces, why is that? Well,
Protection.
yes, yeah. As long as there's a man
A presence.
outside of the house,
They know.
they know. Don't come here. That's one of the
Wow.
rules that I kind of live a Filipino life. My friend of mine told me that I've gone native because that's my role here. I guard the house. I carry a sidearm, and I sit out front and sit out back between doing projects. I learned from them.
I'm joking.
Mine's peachy.
Sorry, I was listening to you, but I just started choking.
Yeah, sorry. He started choking and burping, so I burped
No,
back.
you just don't like me. I know it. I feel the dislike. I can feel it.
I can't. There, that's it. I'm just gonna things.
See, the headphones are getting revenge on you already.
Yeah, they are. They're like
For
eating
puking.
my whole head. But they're comfortable. It's just I have to keep one ear off so I can hear how loud I'm getting when I'm excited and talking.
Oh, I get you.
Just
My
gotta
husband-
talk normal.
No, I do, but my husband says it's just ever since he's married me, if I talk on the phone or even if like something like this, if I'm talking like this, I get louder automatically.
Are you
I don't
Italian?
know. No, but I have Spaniard in me. I'm Black
no.
Irish.
There it is.
No, I am Black Irish, but it's got to be like so minute.
What's Black Irish? I've never heard.
It's where the Spaniards came aboard and mated with all the women. In Ireland, it's part of the history, of Ireland,
Wow.
of how the Black Irish came to be, because we were the ones with black or dark hair.
Oh yeah, okay, that
All
makes
the
sense.
children that were born,
From the Spaniards, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Spain, and they are darker skinned than regular Caucasians.
Yeah, Dad and I have, even though we're fair, well, he's not with us anymore, but even though we're fair, we have an olive undertone sometimes that you can see. But that, and then there's the German side too. So it could be either.
My family was thrown out of. They were literally thrown out of England about 300 or 400 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I'm mixed with everything.
Yeah, I am too. I'm a mutt. I'm a mutt too.
Mhm. My mom was a beautiful woman. She was half native and half Caucasian.
Your mic's on, Courtney.
I know. I just didn't want people to see me drinking my milk out of my cereal bowl. We're good now.
We can't
the
see
best
you, but we
part.
can hear you.
Yeah,
You're gonna make me want to eat cereal later.
Oh,
Go
dude,
ahead.
I
cereal.
suntan like that. My mom was half Native American and half white.
Oh, that'll
was
do
a-
it.
She was
the
a
Native
gorgeous
American.
woman. Man, she was beautiful. And so as soon as I get out in the sun a little bit, I just tan instantly. That might have something to do with it.
You reminded.
I can't even have my arm in the window in the car. I burn.
Oh, you get the farmers you get
No,
the
she
sun-
burns that
I
easily.
burn.
I was watching this video today. It has nothing to do with tanning, but it was this funny like YouTube short video, and the guy's like on top of a skyrise or high-rise building. He's like on the 30th floor or something on his balcony, and he's like yelling at this boat that's in this river that's passing by, but it's a big boat where like there's probably like 50, 60 people on there, and it's like a tour boat, I guess you want to call it. And he's like, "Hey, everyone, I have great news." And then he waits a second. He's like, "My sister's gonna have a baby," and everyone's like, "Yeah!" They all scream and clap. You can hear it. And he's like, "I'm gonna be a father," and then you don't hear anything. It's just silence from everyone.
Oh my god!
That's horrible.
I'm gonna be a father.
I'm gonna be a father, and it's just like, okay. Some of these shorts, they're really clever. They're like, these people come with like great ideas, unless it's true.
When I was an airman stationed in Las Vegas, me and my buddies once in a while we tried an experiment, and we'd go down to old Fremont Street area, and we'd stand on a corner and point up at the building. He's gonna jump. He's
Oh
gonna jump.
no!
He's doing it for us. Where is he, Mervyn? Where is he?
They're all looking up. What are we looking at? What are we looking
And then you
at?
probably just would like walk away out
Sure
of
we
the
did.
crowd.
Sure we did. We go down half a block and go do it again.
The funny thing is, I'm sure these people would walk like they can't see it, so they would walk away and keep looking up, trying to see if they
Yeah.
can keep.
All night. Oh my gosh.
Jalen
That's
Strange
funny.
said that is so whacked.
All
She was
night
talking
long.
about the
Totally
sister
whacked.
thing.
Yeah.
When you're in the Air Force, we're GIs and have a few belts under.
Pick
have a
emoji
few
Mhm.
skin
ears.
tone. Yeah.
What the heck?
Come
Yeah,
on.
that's what one.
I was stationed with some of the most intelligent freaks I've ever met. Very, very brilliant people, but weird.
What is that? It sounds like a dinosaur.
Sharpening the blade here.
Oh, I meant to ask you. Can you use a bench grinder for
What?
sharpening, like a machete or machete, however you want to say it?
Machete.
I know. I said machete, and the person was like, it's machete.
I just use a whetstone.
Machete.
You just
a
use this.
whetstone.
Oh, I have one of them.
Yeah, I just soak it in water, and then I've got a second whetstone, and then while they're both wet, I'll rub them together to get the surface flat
Okay.
and leave it wet. And
Dee-dee-doom.
like this is a draw knife.
You're a draw
Okay.
knife.
Yeah,
But do you
wood
how do you sharpen like a blade? Like, what's the proper way? Like, do you go towards?
You use your tongue, and you like so what happens is you take the blade and
Warning. Warning. Please don't listen to Viper. Warning.
wait, hang on. Serious question.
That's whacked.
That's whacked.
Whacked. Totally whacked.
Well, for me, with this, there's different tools you can buy. They're called a work sharp. It's specially made for knife sharpening. It's a belt sander.
Okay.
Bob, you must know this knife.
What's that? Oh yeah, balisong, or what the Filipinos call it is called the batangas.
Yeah.
That's made. That's why I will buy my cutting tools are made of a very good steel. This is made in Sweden, and this is all I do.
Sweden?
Is just go like that.
Sweden.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a
Use
Swedish. Oh, okay. And
Sharpen.
then you knock
just-
it down.
Yeah, they sharpen. Right.
Sexual healing.
There's so much rumors about those Filipino knives, man. You realize the Filipinos they don't really use. They don't really.
They don't use those. Oh, they're
Okay,
supposed to
okay.
be like in those movies where they.
That's marketing.
Oh my gosh, my finger's missing.
That's marketing. Oh. Right on, man. Eat up.
Corn and
Yeah.
peas?
And steak and onions. Yum.
Farts
Red-
later for you.
I don't,
out.
man.
Watch out, man. Your Latina is gonna make you with a big round belly, so all the ladies know you're married.
That's it.
That's devious, man. That's insidious.
My husband did it to
She's
himself.
marking her
Lucky me.
territory.
She's marking his territory with having a
hers?
pee on him.
Hers?
Mhm.
Hers?
Perez?
I heard that, Courtney. I heard that, Courtney. Hers?
I heard that. I heard
wife
that was
with a cup.
a Portuguese dance. You know, Arez, Arez.
Yeah, I don't know. My husband did it to himself with all his. He's like a real sweet tooth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has a thing that he got me for Valentine's Day. Like it's the cutest little heart thing that you can like twist it and the candy comes out like a dispenser.
Oh, it's a
very.
Pez.
It's not a Pez. It's like this big one. It's a big heart, and then
Okay.
you dispense like anything out of it. And the only thing that I will go after if he has it in there are like peanut M&Ms. That one's the one that I have a hard time resisting. But he's the one who's filled it up and used it the most. But I'm usually pretty good. If it's even plain M&Ms, I'm not like really. Nah. And even now, I haven't been eating that stuff. I ate Haagen-Dazs instead tonight.
Oh.
I got them for my mother. And then I ate, they were mini bars. They were minis. I only had 2 to make up for them being.
That's her defense. I got Haagen-Dazs, but they were mini bars.
I only ate the whole box, but they were minis.
I could totally do that with those.
Hey,
I like the chocolate almond over the coffee ice cream. I could totally.
when I was a kid, you remember when we were kids? I don't know if you guys had to do this, but like the school or class, they gave you a box of chocolates, like chocolate bars, like a big box, and you were supposed to sell them.
Oh yeah.
I never sold them. I ate them all.
Parents were probably so proud of you.
Weren't one of those boxes like $50?
Yeah, there's something like that, $25.
Expensive.
Because we had a lot. It was like a box of like 100 of them or something. And
Those
they
were
just-
really good crunch bars, though. Whatever the ones that we got at our school, the crunch bars were like so.
Were they
good.
Old Richard?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh man, I miss Uncle Al.
No, they were from the Wu-Tang Clan.
What?
Wu-Tang Clang? You added an L on that one, honey. You said Wu-Tang Clang.
Who's the
Well, I
clang?
didn't want to. I didn't want to.
Is that like the
Right.
chucking?
It clangs.
We're just making our own language over here.
It's the Wu-Tang.
We're
bar.
the poo troop. the
The Plute Troop.
blue troop.
Oh my god. I had the middle schoolers that were into Wu-Tang.
Oh my god.
I never knew the rest of it.
They were the
Oh.
Wu-Tang kloop.
Kloop. The kloop.
Courtney, if you ever cook food for me, if I'm ever around you and you cook something, grilled
You said I'm
onion.
gonna cook for you. I'll go buy you something.
Well, if you go
There you
buy
go.
me
Take you to
something,
the drive-through.
if you ever
Yeah.
offer me food, grilled onions. Oh Lord, I love grilled onions.
My
I'm a
husband
sucker for
won't.
grilled onions.
I love onions.
I like them too a
They're
lot.
very good for you, actually.
They are. They're good for your blood.
All night long.
Like the dark channel. Yeah, those were pretty good. I didn't eat dark chocolate back then though.
I'm
No.
not a big fan of dark chocolate.
I didn't get into dark chocolate until I got older. And my husband always liked those like Hershey dark bars. I was like, ew, really? You
Yeah.
like them? Everybody
Milk-
leaves them in the bag.
Milk chocolate is like my default, but I love white chocolate. There's something about it. I could eat white chocolate all day. I buy those cookies at Ralph's. They're white chocolate macadamia nut cookies.
Oh, those are good.
Oh my god.
Stop.
That combination.
Stop.
I know. I'm totally gonna blow it as soon as I get off the stream. Go eat. I'm gonna go eat the other 4.
Wait, what are you gonna blow? The no, not
Mine.
like that. I meant like a poop or.
Oh my god.
I didn't mean it that way.
Oh my god. Okay.
We're good.
What?
I had to mute him for a second. I couldn't hold on. I couldn't.
While he's apologizing, he's making it worse.
I thought she said she was gonna go to the bathroom. You know, I'm totally gonna blow it afterwards because I ate so much or something. That's what I thought. I
Oh
heard.
no.
I'm like, what are you gonna
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, our
That's
minds were in the gutter.
Yeah.
Mhm. They
Holy, I
were.
was like, what?
It was all Bob's fault.
I had one that would
am
eat all
innocent.
the milk
I am
chocolate. That would
innocent.
eat the crisp. Oh, funny. Yeah.
See, Garden State Gardener representing the poop troop.
I would eat the caramel ones. Caramel.
Mhm.
Caramel.
Oh, caramel squares. Those little cubes.
Mhm.
Carmelo bars.
Is it caramel?
Mm.
Wait, here we go. Is it
Freshman
caramel
15 right there.
Or is it caramel? Is it caramel or is it caramel?
Is it
Which one?
tomato or is it tomato?
It's both.
As long as it's delicious, does
Is
it
it-
matter?
No. Hey, what about those
What?
caramel? What about those caramel candies? It's caramel, but with that little cream dot in the center.
Oh, milk. What are those
Is-
called?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I can't
No.
think. Something milk.
They're like caramel around, but in the
Yeah, and they
center
have
it's
the
like
white center.
Yeah, it's like a
a
white
milk
cream
nougat.
dot. Oh my
Mhm.
god,
It's like a
those are
cream nougat.
so good.
I know.
Anytime
I
you
know.
say nougat. Nougat, yeah.
That's not. Yeah, that's good.
Mhm, that's good.
Is it
like-
nougat or is it nugget?
Nougat.
Nuggets,
Nougat.
what you
That's-
get
that's
stuck on your butt.
Because if you say nugget, it kind of brings it down to McDonald's.
Oh my god.
McDonald's
Nougat.
status.
The
Yeah.
pink slime.
Nougat is good marketing, is what that
Milkmaids. That might be it. Milkmaids. It's not the
Let me
milk duds. We were just talking about that before you got here, Ginger.
Let me see.
And what Bob used to do with them.
What?
What you used to do with milk duds at the movie theater.
In the
Poo
theater.
fun poo.
And as soon as you throw it, you look at somebody next to you and point at them.
They're goats. They're
Did you
goats.
see that? It was a flyby pooping.
That guy's a jerk. That guy's he's throwing milk duds.
It's somebody that's completely innocent, has no idea what's going on.
That's how you do it.
That or point out somebody who was a jerk on their way
They're
in.
called-
And you'd be like,
They're
I'm
called
gonna get
caramel.
that guy. He took my parking spot, even though we don't have parking spots.
even though I'm 15,
Stop, stop, stop.
I won't drive yet.
These things, these candies are called caramel
No
creams.
way.
They're called caramel creams, but it's goets, Goetze. Goets,
Is it a
caramel
brand?
creams, and cowtail candy. I don't know, something like that.
Cowtail candy? Mmm.
You
Delish.
throw one of those, but you make sure there's like a couple extra raisins
Oh,
or
you're
something in
licking.
it. So when you throw, somebody's like, it's all like chunky and stuff.
Oh,
Chunky
gross.
noodle soup.
Oh, what if it was a Snickers bar? You did that. With the peanuts
Is that a
in it.
peanut?
So disgusting. That's so gross.
Son of a.
Like, what's in my hair?
But it's my strong hand. It's my strong
Who did
hand.
this? Who did the snort? Who did the snort?
It's
That would be-
always me.
That would be Courtney.
We know it's really good when it gets a 2 to 3 snort rating from Cortney. No, we know it's a really good night and good jokes.
How many
Oh my
snorts
gosh.
does it get?
Three
3
snort.
to 3-star rating. You get 3 snort rating. That's a funny one.
Oh my
Wish I
gosh.
could go back to where we started.
Well, it's always people with cute noses that do the snort. I can't.
Is that corn? Ah,
It's like, ew. It's coming out the same way it went in.
it's in my hair.
Grade school. God, way back. I remember seeing we had long tables we'd sit in, like prison tables.
I remember
that.
those.
Yeah. One kid down here across from me, he starts laughing so hard, he bursts that milk right out of his nose.
My
Oh my
God.
god.
I had a mouthful. I saw that. I did exactly the same thing.
Oh my gosh.
The kid across the table from me beat the crap out of me, man. I didn't mean it.
You thought you were making fun of him.
Hey.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Remember that one scene in Dumb and
No, 'cause
Dumber?
this kid who did it, he was down there. I saw it. I laughed so hard, poured out
'cause
of
you
my nose.
sprayed
And the
him.
guy
Oh.
across from me, I got it all over his tuna sandwich or whatever. And he, right in the face. You
I
know?
bet. Oh my gosh.
Remember that one scene in Dumb and Dumber where he's like at the restaurant and then the guy like spits in his food or whatever, and then at the end he's like, yeah, he said to put everything on his tab, and he wanted me to he wanted to pay for my meal because we felt so bad and da da da.
Mhm.
And he's like, he ordered a bunch of stuff and they ran off.
Oh, that was that. Yeah, and he sees
At the
him
diner?
See us at a truck stop
In the
later.
bathroom at like 12
Yeah.
o'clock. Like, be
Yeah.
here at this time, and he like checks his watch and it's like click. Perfect time. And then,
Stay
and
out
then,
of
and then he
truck
tries
stop bathrooms. Stay out
he-
of truck stop bathrooms.
he tries to like, I guess, beat him up / rape him or something. And like, and then his buddy comes in and hits him with the door, knocks him out, and he's in the corner sucking his thumb.
Hey, buddy, don't use the word R
Ending
What?
in E.
ending with E.
Like rope, but with a different vowel
Oh.
that you bought.
Thank you.
Raid.
Oh. What are you?
What?
Is that a male thing? Because I do that to my husband. I'm like, I'm spelling it, so don't say it, and I'll spell it, and then he'll
Raid?
say it
No,
in
I
front
said
of the
raid.
kids.
I said raid.
Oh,
Okay, got it. Still sounds like the word though to me with my bad hearing. Good thing the bots have better hearing.
Nobody saw that.
what did you just do?
I had a piece of corn come out of my mouth, but I caught it with my lip, and I was like,
I was wondering what that look was.
Oh, you must be popular. Yeah.
Oh my God! Hey, Proper 101, what's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's down? What's down? What's down?
So
It is
last
the-
night,
What's going on?
I was so excited to try celery juice because they like started carrying organic celery juice ready made
Where?
at our local Publix, the grocery store. It's like
Okay.
that brand Sunja or whatever. Anyway, so I was like, oh good, I can mix it with my organic carrot juice and I won't have to like clean the fruit juicer thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I started drinking it. I only got maybe, I want to say, a third of the way through the little. Thank goodness my husband only bought like just a one serving. And I started itching like crazy. And I knew it wasn't the celery. And I was like, oh crap.
Oh no!
I
Uh-oh.
think I'm allergic to the lemon.
Oh no!
Like, and I had to actually ask. I'm like, has anybody just started like itching? Like the chat I was in after citrus or any kind of like lemon juice? Because I had some other reaction. I
Proper
forget what it
101,
was.
What makes you think it's a black tie affair?
It's always a black tie affair.
Do I see Garth Brooks anywhere?
Man, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Neither have I.
He's going to fly out of the sky and land on you, Courtney. That's what he does.
He was big in the '90s. Holy cow!
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. But yeah, I think I have like, when I looked up that histamine diet, like people who do the low histamine, I think I now know what it is. It's histamine, like anything that will make the histamine go off, and any like foods that have natural
That
histamine.
sucks about the lemon, though.
I know because
Hey,
it's
Be happy
not
that
supposed to have
that's your
citrus,
only
but-
problem, because I had a coworker who was allergic to anything nut, and let me tell you,
oh, that's the word. Yeah.
that's like 90% of the foods out there has any kind of peanut. You
Mhm.
can't have peanut, walnut, anything like peanut butter, any of those like even those whatever
You
something
can't have Viper
humidified.
sitting really close to you.
Can you stop? She had to carry an EpiPen around her because like when we would give medication to the dog, sometimes we would have to use peanut butter, and she would ask me to open up the peanut butter, and she's like I think she's the only person in my life that I've ever been around that has this issue. So I'm like looking at him, like, you can't open a damn peanut butter jar. Like, you know what I mean? The first time I told her that, I'm like, you can't open it? Like, come on. But I forgot, and then I told her, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I apologize. Like, I didn't, I understand you can't touch it and you can't smell it. You can't be around it.
They can't.
Because she will. One day I had a conversation with her. I'm like, God forbid something happens to you. Where do I stab you with this EpiPen? Because, like, in case we don't know,
Right in the ass.
And the thigh.
And
I'm
the
just
thigh.
playing. I'm totally playing.
Yeah, but it was
Bend
gnarly.
over, let's practice.
She can't have cookies. She can't have any kind of cookies.
Yeah.
She can't have any kind of like candy bars, like anything, like no pies, no like no bread. It's like there's a lot of stuff. It's so bad.
It is bad. My a friend of mine, her daughter had it, and her daughter was really young. They had it she would start choking, and she didn't know why, and she had to call like the EMS. Called 911. EMS came. It took the second time to 2 snorts.
No, that's like 4 or 5 right now.
Sorry, I'm reading the comments. I'm listening to
again.
people's stories. I'm sitting next to Viper, and I got some kind of allergic reaction.
Do it again.
From the nuts.
There it is. One more time.
Ladies, Viper's got skill. He spit out a piece of corn and then caught it with his lips. Think about it, ladies.
Yeah, that's form.
He's got skill.
That's skill.
I could tie a cherry stem with my tongue.
There you go,
I
girls.
used to be able to do that. I don't think I can do that anymore. I could also do it drunk, because that's usually when I would attempt it.
Yeah.
I think anybody can do anything drunk.
No, I could really do it. It wasn't, it wasn't like the fish story that's magically.
There you
No,
go,
that-
Garden State Gardener. That's what you do.
That awful
You show
little pink monkey
her.
of mine got me in trouble more than once when I was drunk.
Oh, that's so caring of you, Joe.
Little pink monkey gets me in trouble when I'm drunk.
Do you see them other places? The pink monkeys going up the side, the walls? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I like them.
I like
put
pink
leashes
monkeys.
on 'em. I put leashes on them. And
Ooh, ooh, ah,
And then he buys the jerkins.
The chicken lotion.
He
Put the
puts
lotion in the
lotion.
basket.
He puts the lotion on the skin.
You don't know what
Monkey
pain
butt powder.
is.
Imagine how lubricated that one blow-up doll was with the Jergens.
Oh, it was.
Let's
it's
not
water
imagine
solid,
that,
yeah.
please. I need to wash my brain now.
Mannequin?
Yeah, this solar powered one, or USB rechargeable I got coming from Amazon. It's got a recirculating pump, so it never runs out.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Wow. The
forget-
recirculating jerkins. Does it also self-heat?
Yeah, but don't forget to maintain the seals. You want to replace those O-rings.
Oh yeah. Well, I was a hydraulics technician.
Okay, so you know.
We
You
here
got
at
it.
the Poop Troop know all about O-rings.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do. Some are tighter than others.
Wow.
Lobster fly. Called it
What?
lobster
It's
fly.
At least she didn't say loose.
Oh, have a good night, Garden State Gardener.
Oh my
Thanks.
God.
Aw.
Thanks for coming in.
Night, Garden State Gardener. It's like wax on, wax off now.
I've got
Right.
stories. I've got
Moved away
stories
from the
about-
queen.
You know what's crazy? I watched this behind the scenes filming
Double.
of the Karate Kid.
The Vogue.
And,
I'm a Vita.
Yes.
I watched this behind the scenes of filming of the Karate Kid, and that Mr. Miyagi guy, I always thought he spoke English like that. He speaks perfect English,
Oh,
Yeah, he's
Mr. Miyagi?
like
He's
us.
American. He's American.
He talks like this. He's like,
He passed
yeah,
away.
I know.
Mr. Miyagi was awesome.
Yes, he was the best at that part. He should never be replaced.
There's a documentary
I
on
think they
him.
did, didn't they? Replace him.
There's
for
like
that part?
there's a new movie that came out on him. It's like I think it's called Miyagi or The Truth About or something like that.
A lot of the movies like that Jackie Chan was in, those were the ones that those accents were
Yeah.
real because they could hardly speak any English
that's
at
the
all.
but
They
here's the
were
thing with Jackie Chan.
right from China.
Yeah, Jackie Chan came straight from China. He didn't know English.
Mhm.
The movie industry taught him English. He
Yeah,
learned it
and that's
himself.
what he uses too for
And-
actors
and
because
that's-
that was his story. Yeah.
And
He's
that's
brilliant.
that's why he speaks the way
Brilliant.
he speaks. His
Mhm.
his speech is like that's real. But
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi is like, Daniel-san, we no go there. And then but in normal life he's like, yeah, we're not gonna go there. It's just, it is what it is. And it's just the weirdest thing to hear him speak like that after what 30 years of always hearing him speak with an accent. Can you believe that movie's 30?
You're right. He
35 years
was
old?
I
Arnold
know.
on Happy
I got
Days.
my kid watching the Cobra Kai.
What'd you say? You're right. What?
Cobra Kai. Oh, somebody had mentioned he was on Happy Days. I forgot
Mhm.
about that. I forgot all about that.
Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Who was it who just said that? Prepper 101 said it. He was Arnold
Thank
on
you,
Happy
Prepper
Days.
101.
I
Appreciate
watched some
that.
of that. I didn't care for that movie, The Cobra.
My whole
just-
fork full of corn.
No, you
fell.
didn't.
No, just didn't
Damn it.
care for it.
Which one's the
I got my
Cobra
son to
Kai?
say hi-ya.
Cute.
We were watching it together. I
That's
probably
fun
shouldn't have been
until he
watching it, but I was really into it. But I got
took
him to say
karate class.
hi-ya.
I took karate class when I was a kid, like legit karate class, and then like I did it for like 2 or 3 months, and then we moved. But
Yeah.
it was an
Yeah.
experience. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Well, the
Like it's a
only-
serious thing. Like
Mhm.
you have to bow before you go into
Mhm.
the
The dojo.
area. Yeah,
The dojo.
I took.
and
I
they
learned-
teach you how to punch, and like say hiya like out loud. But you have to count in your head. So as you're talking a certain word, you have to be thinking of the number.
Mm.
So the guy was like, give me 10 punches, and in your head you're like hiya 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 hiya.
Oh
And
yeah,
then-
as a little
but-
kid, that's.
But you
a lot.
gotta really think like 1 2 3 4 5
Mhm.
6. Yeah. I guess that's enough. Like
Yeah, for a little kid.
I learned this Arnis, the Filipino stick and knife fighting from Mrs.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
one thing I'd love to learn.
6 days a week for 2 years, and she's a tough sensei.
Hmm.
She beat the crap out of me.
That's one thing I would
We'd
learn
like
how
to
to
see
do.
videos
Is
on that.
I would learn. I would love.
I used to have some. Yeah, I did.
No, just the part of her beating the crap out of you with sticks and knives coming at
oh.
you. You know.
I never could beat her in a knife fight. Never. I couldn't do it. She already had years of experience, and no
Is she
matter
5 foot, Bob? 5, right?
4'11".
4'11".
That's
Okay.
one thing I
She
would
looks
love.
petite when she's firing the
Tiny.
gun.
I
Yeah,
would
she's
love to
tiny.
learn. I would love to learn how to
Gumballs.
like stick fight. That's
That's
one thing. Oh,
That's
with
what
one
they are.
stick or two. That I don't know
I
what
would
it
too.
is
I
about
think
that.
they're beautiful. Yeah, I like that too. And sword fighting. I wanted to take kung fu, but they never offered it near me.
Mm.
I think it's beautiful because it's
Somebody
all
is-
about the
Benji, stop.
taking somebody's approach and
Yeah.
turning and
Yeah.
using it, their force against them.
I was
Mhm.
over the age of 40 learning Arnis, and that's a good martial art to learn over the age of 40.
Hey, what about that
Mhm.
one? I remember Bruce Lee was big into that one punch, like the 1 inch punch. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Hey, I want you to think about this. Bruce Lee would do that on stage. He has a studio. He has a martial arts studio. Think
Yeah.
about it. And those participants were his students.
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about
So, yeah.
Yeah.
A choreographed. Yeah. A lot.
Yeah.
Of, yeah. Choreographed.
I'm not
Yes, he's
disrespecting
having a
him or
steak
whatever, but,
in
yeah.
front of us.
But he
went-
still is a beautiful martial artist. I mean,
Yeah,
his
he was.
style is fast and
yeah.
beautiful.
No, I
Jackie
went-
Chan's is really like
Mhm.
dramatic and athletic and just hilarious too. Some of
Yeah.
the things he thinks of to do.
I went to the studio or where my wife's a black belt, and I went to there to meet her sensei and the grandmaster, and it's Asia takes that stuff really seriously, very seriously. Here's the difference: is it's like
It's so cool.
after you get your black belt, now you're in. Now
Yeah.
you're considered respectable. And she would teach classes with the other student, teach students and do sparring. And after the class is when all the black belts would get together in a separate room with a concrete floor, 6 days a week. And that's where you really learn how to kill people.
Yeah.
Was with the black belts. And they did throws on the concrete floor. The black belts, man, she'd come away from there with bruises every day, but she just kept going back to it.
And a lot of people don't know that. They think, oh, you're a black belt, that's it. You can get to like second,
No,
third, fourth degree,
degrees,
fifth degree.
yeah.
You got multiple degrees of higher up.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
when you get your brown belt or your black belt over in the Philippines. That's when you're pretty much required to start teaching.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A brown belt is an assistant. The black belt is a supervisor, but after she got her black belt and after classes is what they called street fighting, and it was real
Ooh.
punches. It was barefisted and
No pulling punches.
no,
Wow.
because a black belt knows how to strike without
Yeah.
hurting you real
You know how
bad.
to. Mhm.
They know how to pull it. And I saw them back in that back room after class, and these guys throwing each other on a concrete floor,
Concrete floor, yeah.
down on top and pounding on each other, and that's where you really learn.
When I was a kid and I went into these
Or you go to a coma, like
Yeah,
it was like a training.
that's why they have
sorry.
only the black belt to do that, because they know how to strike without killing.
I went into a training room where they were like one-on-one, but it was like 12 separate groups of 2, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
And they're all learning together. And I see they have this padded floor. The whole floor is padded, and people are getting thrown. Blah blah. My grandfather, when I went there with him, he grabbed me by the arms and he twisted me and threw me on the floor.
My daughter
He's
did
like-
that to me.
He's like,
Yeah.
learn how to do that. And and it hurt on the padding floor. I was like, oh my God. And I
Yeah.
got up and I'm thinking, wow, what if this what if this padding is not here? What if this is real life?
Yeah, right.
I was
I got a
thinking this
bar
as a
room
kid.
floor, yeah.
I was like,
That's
no,
what.
I was like 8 or 9 years old at the time.
Mhm.
Mm.
I asked my wife, did she ever have to use her martial arts overseas? And she said, just now over there, you don't wear your gi outside of the gym. You put it in a gym
Yeah.
bag, and you do not tell your neighbors that you're into martial arts.
Oh, you don't?
No,
'Cause
someone
they'll
will
test
challenge
you.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
But she had to use it one time only when she was in the city street walking down the
Nice.
sidewalk, and she couldn't get across the street because she saw 4 teenagers on the sidewalk, and she could tell that
Yeah.
she could not avoid them. So she walked past them. One of them reached out and grabbed her wrist, and she just went like this. Just went like that, threw his
Simple
hand right
move.
off,
Yeah, to get it.
and kept walking.
That's what I love.
Good for
Like,
her.
I watch videos of that, like of people fighting, and like they'll grab you by the finger. This guy, they'll do a punch like boom boom like that, and the guy will just grab his finger and do like something like that, and now suddenly the guy's just disabled. He's like, eh, and the guy's he's just walking with his finger in his hand. Like, I think that's the most coolest thing because the guy's like fighting. He's like seriously
Mhm.
like in it, and then the guy he's attacking is just like he just grabs it. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't put any
Yeah.
effort into it because he knows. I
Yeah.
love that.
Mrs. incorporated some Aikido in with the harness. And,
Yeah.
that's wrist locks and things.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing a Sinewali with my daughter, and she was tiny, and I struck like this, and she reached out and grabbed my wrist and and I'm over 200 pounds. I'm a big guy. She was like
Mhm.
50 pounds. But she let my stick go past her, and she reached out, grabbed my wrist, twisted, sidestepped, and pushed, and she threw 240 pounds of me.
Just dropped you like nothing.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
Yeah.
With the weapon.
Tell her
with the
she needs
weapon.
to make some we need her videos. She works though and has to take
Yeah, she does.
make
she
good
doesn't-
meals for you.
Yeah, she doesn't show that off. She never shows that off.
Yeah, but she could teach a lot of women that need it now with
That's
everything going on.
True.
I only got a couple of videos way back when of she and I doing a 2-stick Sinawali. That's where that
Wally
those
World.
You can look it up on YouTube, and it's where you high, low, heaven,
Mhm.
and you start off with one stick, and then you go to two
Yeah, I
sticks.
think it's beautiful. I've seen it
Yeah,
before.
it's just to get that your wrists strong and flexible, and it really builds up
Mhm.
your arms. So
Built your wrist muscles too.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah,
when
his wrist.
when you learn all of that, and you grab a small knife like this, and
Oh, you're quick.
it's over. That's why,
You're
man. I
fast.
said, don't. If you see a Filipino with a knife, you're done, dude. That martial artist. They teach our Marines that martial art and other military forces. The Filipinos do, and it's built in aggression. It's all on the attack, all of it,
Yeah.
100%. I am not saying that I'm a badass. I'm not even close, but. If you go up against somebody who knows arnis, he's going to dance around you.
Oh yeah.
And it's part of strategy too, where he's going to make you do what
He'll strike you without you knowing.
Yeah, he'll make you. He'll step to the side, and then you're going to turn around to meet that. And he's already got you set up. Strike your wrist, strike your eyeball.
It's all mind control. Well, I wouldn't say mind control, but pretty. You know what I'm talking about.
And it's footwork. 80% of it is footwork. You can bounce in, bounce out, left, right, forward. But it's all aggression. It's purely.
Cortney, wake up.
Oh, I'm listening to Bob.
You look like
I just think it's really interesting.
Yeah, I love it. I love that.
Courtney and I are just imagining ourselves doing those things. That's why.
It's my chicken.
Straight face.
My curling iron. My curling iron.
Yeah.
I actually looked up, what was it, the Israeli fighting style. I can't think of the name of it, Bob.
That's another.
Yeah, that's hand to hand. This is
Israelis are badasses.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
They are, and the girls learn. Like they go into it too and learn how to do it. I'm like,
yeah,
I'd be the one they left behind.
And you got to keep that up. It's not like you learn it,
No.
you train, you learn it, you understand it, you know how to do it. You got to maintain that. You got to keep doing it. Like, you'll have your months off, whatever, but you have to keep up your training.
Keep your training up. Yeah.
One slip up, when you're at war, one slip up like that at hand to hand, or, I would say like physical distance, it could kill you.
Yeah.
There's two countries I would never want to fight. The Filipinos and Koreans. You know how, like, our Marines.
Yeah, Korea is crazy.
Our Marines, their boot camp is what, 12, 18 weeks. You know how long? The
You mean like the Paris Island that they talk about? That's like.
I researched the Navy SEAL training because years ago out of high school, that's what I wanted to do, was join the Marines and do that, but my health issues stopped me. But I learned what they have to go through as a Navy SEAL. It is not a cakewalk.
No.
It is not what people think. Like, oh yeah, you learn how to shoot, you learn how to fight, and that's it. Like, there's a lot
more to it.
You go in the ocean overnight in a cold ocean with your guys next to you. Yeah.
Yeah, G.I. Jane, I can't think, kind of sum that up a little bit.
They drown you purposely in the pool. See how long you can stay underneath water. Like, there's a lot more details. I thought it was absolutely amazing to just.
Let me finish what I started saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Our Marines have got the longest boot camp in the U.S. Okay, that's 12, 18 weeks, something like that. The Philippines and South Korea, you know how long their boot camp lasts? 6 months.
I was just gonna say.
Wow.
6 months. That's for the
That's
Army,
smart,
Air Force,
though.
Navy. Yeah, because these guys come out of there just fit. You know? Everywhere the Koreans and the Filipinos go, it's double time in training.
And it gives them less probably death, like their own army, and
right.
You end up trusting the person next to you a lot more.
Correct. It's a brotherhood. Yeah. Once they get out of the 6 months that's just boot camp. That's just basic training.
Oh my gosh.
Then they go into their specialties like artillery or special forces and the guys who scare me in the Philippines are the Filipino Army Rangers. They scare me.
Yeah.
They
oh my
scare
gosh,
me,
they would.
Bad, Robin.
They scare me.
Yeah, that would. With Theron, only got to do the jump school, and he never got to go past that because of getting injured. but like just to know that how the Army goes through all those different, you know, schools before they get to like Ranger, before you get to like be full airborne or any of that. I can't imagine if 6 months of just basic.
Yeah,
Like, I wonder how much they add on for specialties. Like,
Yeah.
a lot more.
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that though happen for our men and women, that they would get that much training.
I know the special forces in the Air Force, at least in the 80s, there was forward air controllers and there was PJs, para rescue, and they take their combat medics. And,
yeah, that's what my cousin, my nephew
their-
wants to be, is a
It's their-
pararescue in the Navy.
That's
like
that's pararescue's Air Force.
Oh well, it's like pararescue, but it's a SEAL.
The
Like he
Navy,
wants to go with SEAL, and it's like a rescue team that the SEALs. That's all they do.
so
Yeah.
That whatever it is.
it says here that for Navy SEAL, it says training consists of 12 months of initial training that includes basic underwater demolition, SEAL buds with an S school, parachute jump school, and SEAL qualification training. 18 months of pre-deployment training and intensive specialized training before you're put out on active duty.
Yeah, the Air Force PJs, 18 months, 18 months, and then they get their beret.
Wow.
Now there are very few of those guys. There's far fewer pararescue than there is SEALs. When the Army Rangers and the SEALs and all that go into combat, frequently they've got a PJ with them to do combat rescue, and part of the qualifications to be a PJ, which fails so many of them, is you've got to take a man equals another PJ and put him on your shoulder and climb up a rope into a moving helicopter.
Yeah.
Holy crud.
Up, not down.
Yeah, my first sergeant was a PJ. I mean, this guy had fruit salad down to here. That guy's forearms were that big. I mean,
Wow.
Yeah.
he had multiple Purple Hearts because he fought in Vietnam, and he kept volunteering to go back. You know?
Wow.
Like,
That's crazy.
I've only seen a few PJs the whole time I was in the Air Force. I certainly would never claim to be one of those guys. I was just an aircraft mechanic.
Yeah.
Poop troop.
Poop troop?
Poop
We
troop.
we actually have now, I just counted, we have 10 members of the poop troop.
Yay!
Yeah, isn't that awesome? I can't wait.
Now you're just smacking her head.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're trying to poke at there. But...
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just letting Q know that I will go double check her. This way. Come over here. Well, we got it. Yes!
Okay.
I know. That was mortifying. To Viper.
Don't make fun of us.
I'm just, yeah.
Oh, sorry. That could be taken the wrong way. Wow. Yeah, my nephew is his father is he was in the Army too, and then he became a police officer down here, and then they transferred to North Carolina because my sister-in-law wanted to go to North Carolina because her favorite cousin was up there or something, and at the time, like, it was right before the housing crash, so our houses were so much more expensive than up there, and she was able to get a really great deal on their house.
Cool.
Yeah.
And just beware of people on YouTube who. Now, I was an aircraft mechanic. I worked on fighter planes. I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
I passed 2 years of education just to be able to touch the airplanes. Be careful of people who, you know, I don't know why they can't just go. I was in the Army transportation town. You know, that's legit, man. There's so many people who will add to their. Don't do that, man.
Yeah, my dad was.
I just can't get that.
Here, hold on one second. Let me go pull a picture on my wallet. I'll be right one second.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't say I was in special blah blah blah. And I had an M60 mowing people. You know, no, man. I was an aircraft mechanic. I was an airman. qualified to use the M16, and you know what I mean. It's like my primary job is keep the airplanes flying. That's what I did. I'm proud of it. A lot of people can't get to that point. Someone who will say, I was in the Air Force and I did all this and that. It's like,
Sorry, this chair is horrible.
We know.
It's the worst chair I think I've ever sat in my life. It's like cuts off my legs.
Me too. I need a new chair because it's like, otherwise I'm gonna need like a hip replacement. It's how it feels when I get up. The whole leg is in so much pain. It's
LOL.
awful. I know.
We did make up our own language. She just said plain, and she
Plain.
meant pain, but it's plain.
Plain.
Did I say plain?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my gosh. I'm not
Wu
drunk
Tang.
tonight, but I can't speak. Oh wait, I added an L before with Wu Slang or Wu whatever it is. Wu Tang Clan.
Yeah, it's
That's
the
it.
Wu Slang plain. Wu Slang plain.
I better check my
She said it
face
wrong
later and
twice
make
today.
sure I'm not drooping. Anyway, Daddy,
Slang.
Aw.
Yeah, right on.
there he is.
Wu slang, wu clang.
Is that
And then
a
when you
race?
said transportation, I don't know,
There you go.
real hard to see. That's his Jeep that he drove, and then he drove the guys up to what do you call it? The Eagle's Nest. He had the big trucks
He was
too.
in
He would-
Europe, yeah.
yeah, when he was in Europe, he was
I
asked to stay behind, and he had I think I told you guys this, that he had lost his staff sergeant stripe driving that Jeep. He had some other, I don't think he had a brass in his car that day or his Jeep that day,
Mhm.
and he had run another Jeep off
That's so cool.
that had a colonel on his way, like running between wherever camps.
I want
whatever.
a Jeep like that. I've always wanted an old, Jeep, like military Jeep.
Yeah, I don't.
Like
they're
a
collector's
40s. Like
items now.
oh yeah, they're
I would,
$100,000 cars now. If
Yeah.
they're original and
Yeah.
restored, but
They
I've
really
always
were not-
wanted a Jeep, and I didn't know why, and found out that Dad did that. He drove some of the first ones, but he ran off this colonel off the road. The colonel takes his stripe, so he, lost his staff sergeant recognition, and he was asked to stay behind and help collect everything after the war ended. And he's like, if I'm staying back and not going home, then I want my stripe back for doing it. And the guy would back then, they could do that. He was like, fine, we'll do that for you. Okay.
Yeah. I should get my dad's photo album from World War II. He
Yeah,
got all
your
over the
dad
world.
was in the crap. Your dad was in the thick of it.
Yeah. He went to North Africa and Egypt, and he was in the Air Force also. And then he wound up in the China, Burma, India theater, and that was not good.
I think Green Greg's dad was in the Battle of the Bulge.
Oh Lord.
I think that's what he said. But it was funny because then he was talking about the European theater, and I'm like, I'll be darned. Like, wouldn't that be weird? Like that if our dads crossed paths, like
You never know.
Yeah.
you just never know. Like how cool is that?
that's like, I've thought about that so many times. Like, how many of us people that we know somebody in our family that's been in the war, and do you think maybe they were actually like on the
Now
same?
that's got to be one. It's got to be you. That's like a
Yeah.
more recent picture.
That was in the air, and that was in the 80s. That was in the 80s in the Air Force in tech school.
Oh.
The guy's got
Is
his
that
arm
you and
around.
is that you and
That's me.
Al?
No.
Imagine.
I know what he did.
Old
I know what he-
buddies.
I know what he did in the Air Force. I know what he did. And
You know,
'cause I shouted out some numbers one day, and he said, "Yeah." So I know what he did. All right. No. Well, that was just me and my.
now we all like.
Now I'm curious.
I know. Tell us, Bob. Is
Remember
it
how
really
we-
bad?
How we no.
Oh,
Remember
well,
how-
the way you were making that face, you were like,
Well,
Was he a lavatory cleaner?
Remember
No,
how he
he was-
said
he-
Hooper
how
shooter?
He said something about
He
a
was-
typewriter? How he was
Yeah.
in his dress blues, typing all day.
mhm.
I shouted out to him on one of these. Right? I said 70250, and he goes,
I remember
"Yeah."
that. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Just his secretary.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering if he was like Klinger. I said that night, like a Klinger from MASH.
He was.
He was a
like-
Klinger.
And it
That's
makes my-
okay.
it
They
makes
need
my-
clingers.
Just be, just to me, be honest, man. Be honest. That's it. Just be legit. You don't have to embellish. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like that embellishing stuff because among us GIs, we'll smell you out like that.
Yeah.
Oh, this was a cool a
Clinger.
clinger. Yeah, this was a temporary TDY I did with the Army's 9th Infantry Division. We were all Air Force volunteers to go work with the Army. And this was some of the guys I worked with. Some of them were in Air Force, and some of them we wore the just plain green, and the Army soldiers right there. We were in World War II barracks.
Court,
So
you
some-
should put all our high school
Well,
pictures in black and white and have it
Well,
like
you
guess.
know,
Hang on.
my channel's legit. I don't embellish, and
Yeah.
I always tell the truth. Some of the guys in the BDUs, the camels, were Army, and the guy in the green there was Air Force.
And is that you with your hand on your head?
No, that was another airman.
Okay.
Which one's you? Which one's you, Bob?
I wasn't. I was the guy behind the camera.
Oh, you were taking the picture.
Yeah, that was another Air Force guy with his head on his. He was stationed. We were stationed from all over the world. We went for that. The Army taught us how to set up tent cities, how to set up perimeter defenses.
Mhm.
We got
constant
plenty of those out
wire.
here.
Because they have to have a corps of airmen who know how to do some of these things. Because if you get on a deployment to a remote airbase or just a dirt strip, you've got to have somebody there who knows how to set up barbed wire, concertina wire, landmines, all that stuff, and they taught us.
Yeah, I know that, like what you said, like that company was, my dad was in that company, but also he was in, what do you call it? A squad? What do you call that? Like where they wear the patch on their shoulder and it's a number
Oh, God.
in the Army.
That's
What
like
is
a
it?
battalion or something.
Battalion. I couldn't think of the word, but now that he's gone, I can't ask him. He had a battalion patch, and I looked it up, and at that time, that was the people who actually took the eagle's nest. And I'm like, there's no way those guys are in like record books, so they must have like exchanged like patches over there or something.
Could be.
Like I don't know how he got the patch.
I always see this picture when I scroll through my World War II stuff online,
Mhm.
and it says, "You might be cool and all, but you're not cool like these guys sipping on wine, drinking like wine on top of an eagle's nest." And then it's a picture that shows like the people who took it, and they're drinking wine. They're like hanging out on their patio, drinking their wine, like all happy, like we did it, like
Yeah.
But on that deployment with the Army, we the people who were responsible for us Air Force was they were called D-Cell, Deployment Cell. They were in charge of us Air Force, but us Air Force guys answered to the Army NCO. Here's the Master Sergeant right there, and the Air Force has got full of women, man. Oh my Lord!
Is that you back there? Look at
No.
He's behind the camera.
Yeah.
He was
It
always
was-
the innocent one taking pictures to
It was, 'cause I
get
hung out in
payments
church. I hung out
from-
in the church.
Mhm.
But
He was
Good thing
also getting
Always
payments
do.
from the other guys. Like,
It
I
was-
got some pictures of you, buddy. Want me to send them to your wife back home?
Yeah, one's a U.S. senator right now.
Get out! Seriously?
I'm joking.
Oh, I'm like such a cheap date.
good thing you took those moments captured in time, man.
Now this
Yeah.
was a beer party at the end of the TDY. Here's one of the Air Force women right here. The women got all dressed up in their best. 'Cause that's normally that's a tradition at the end of the TDY is for the Air Force anyway. Is a beer bust. Here's one of the ladies. If I can get this picture on stuff. There we go. The whole first floor of the barracks I lived in at Nellis was females. There's one of the women right there. This was a beer bust at the end
Damn.
of the TDY. Yeah. Yeah, but I hung out in the church and the library. I didn't go downstairs.
Only take pictures. Just get money.
No, it was fun.
Get that Bradbury money.
Yeah.
They actually did that with my dad. They gave him anything they could to be like, I don't know where that went. We don't.
Right.
know where that is. Here's a huge bottle of liquor for you.
I thought it was. I thought that TDY was fun because we were living on the army post, and there wasn't much entertainment.
Mhm.
So, like all of us high IQ imbeciles, we flagged down one of the guys working with us was an army truck driver. We said, "Hey,
Yeah.
man, go get your truck. We're going to go scrounge." So we went into all these empty army barracks, and we found a television, and we found a cabinet, and some furniture, and we even got a hold of some tools. And we went up on top of one of those old barracks, and we unbolted a TV antenna.
What a find.
Yeah, well, we started scrounging. That's what you do, you
Yeah.
scrounge. And I remember the Air Force sergeant, one of them, he sees us on our off time, and we've got our feet up on a coffee table, and we're watching TV, and he goes, "I'm not even going to ask."
We bought it on Amazon.
Yeah, we went out and stole a bunch of stuff, you know. But I gotta give that Air Force sergeant some credit because he said, "Well, how about the antenna up there? You know, TV antenna." Yeah, found it, you know. And he goes, "I'll call the carpenters over and I'll have them brace that up better than what you guys got it." You know, okay. It was terrible. Scavengers.
Oh my gosh. I think
Awesome.
that's awesome. Yeah, I think it's awesome too.
The army guys were pretty shocked, you know, because like, "No, you're not supposed to do that." Shut up, dude. Just drive the truck. Shut
We
up.
all gotta survive.
Shut up, dude.
This is survival. It's over a TV, man. Come on, mental health. Oh, they didn't say that back in the day.
My screen just went white.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Like melon just like my whole I hear you guys, I don't see you guys. It just went white.
We can see you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I can hear you. I gotta refresh.
My point being, though, is that I don't really care for people on YouTube who really embellish.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, to me, in my heart, it's not necessary. You know, I did what I did
That was weird.
before, and now I do what I do on the show on YouTube. You know, it's it kind of makes that skin crawl a little bit. You know? What are you laughing about?
Nothing. Somebody's playing like ping pong or something. I don't
Everything's funny.
That's fireworks outside.
know. Must
Really?
be.
Might be
That's it.
gunfire. I don't know.
Yo, the other day we had some. Everyone's like, "That's fireworks," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"That sounds like
My
a 9mm." That was-
refrigerator's answering.
Sure enough, it wasn't.
Bing.
I remember once I went to the gun range with my friend, and and
Gumball range, yes. The gumball.
yeah, of
range.
course I have it.
Mhm.
And we're there, and I'm shooting mine, and he's shooting his. He's got a 44 Magnum. I got my 45, my 380. Everybody's shooting different things, and out of nowhere, you hear this
Bubbles.
you hear pop, ping, pop, ping. It's like this little tiny little pellet, pop, ping, and we're we hear all of us like boom, 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 and then pop, ping. And we look over down the aisle all the way down to the end, and it's this old guy, probably in his 60s or 70s, in a wheelchair, and he's got a .22 long rifle, and the old guy is sitting there with his wheelchair, and he's just sitting there, and he's like, click, bing, click, bing.
I can
and
still get the job done though.
He was hitting
Somebody
it on
in an
point.
artery.
It was hitting it on point, and we just sat there. We just looked like, that's cool. Like, but it was the funniest thing because the noise that came out of it was just like this little pop, bing.
Oh, next to you guys,
It
yeah.
was so quiet. Like 22s, you don't even need hearing protection. They're so
Yeah.
We have
They don't-
one of them.
They don't
an older one.
they don't
Martin
make much noise.
Something like that, Bob. I don't know.
Marlin or something. Marlin.
Mm-hmm. That's it,
Yeah,
Marlin.
yeah.
It was
But I thought it was funny. Like, here we are with all our, whatever, and he's over
Yeah.
there just like pop, bing, just chilling in his wheelchair. He's just doing his thing.
One of these days, I'll dig out my photo album of my dad's.
Yeah, do it.
I want to see that.
I'll bring
like,
mine out too. I'll bring mine out.
I am
Mine's
a
under the
huge
bed.
war
He-
history buff. Like
He didn't have too many pictures because he did not have a camera.
Mhm.
They were too expensive for most people to.
Oh,
even
back
be able
then,
to
yeah.
afford. Yeah, and the film.
usually the troops. Well, I wouldn't even say the troops, but I know they had a camera guy that would
Hmm.
film and take pictures, and like
Yeah.
he was the documentary person. But it was very rare to have one of those people anywhere.
That was a government camera. Most of
Yeah.
them could not afford a
Mhm.
camera. But my dad told me about where the film came from. It was from the airplanes. The airplanes had a camera that, as soon as they turned the guns on to start strafing, they had it was rolling a film
Tired of
camera.
not having any space in this damn apartment, man.
So when they had leftover film, they would take and put it in their 35 millimeter cameras and use it, and then develop it.
Yeah. We have the 8mm.
I have a brownie
Rolls.
in Arizona. If you guys know what a brownie camera is.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, I have one of those in my garage. It's my sister's. That she
Little
might get
mini-
back one day.
Mine's like the
See?
tiny little brown box one, little mini brown box.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. I hate to do this to you, but I gotta get moving. I am
she's
like
getting comfortable.
exhausted, and we've been on for 3 hours.
That's understandable.
Later.
We're just gonna chat.
Bob, later.
We're gonna do pictures with Bob after.
Bob wants to keep going. He's like, all right, Cortney, later.
Okay.
Anyway, so
I'm dying.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Next time, because I'll be my next one was gonna be tomorrow night. So, but
tomorrow
yeah.
night.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Sweet.
Monday Night Live.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw on Courtney's channel, Wide Family Farm. 99 cents a month gets you part of the
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, don't forget to join the Poop Troop, y'all. 99 cents a month gets you full
It's $12
Troop,
a year.
full Poop Troop access.
$12 a year membership. 99 cents a month.
I gotta go kick misses into high gear. I'm waiting for my dinner to get in. That
Oh,
kitchen.
poor guy.
Get in that kitchen, missus.
Yeah, she'll meet you with a stick in her hand. He'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
never
yeah.
mind."
Yeah, she probably heard him
Poor
say
Bob.
this right now. She's already ready for him.
Now you gotta sew me up, okay?
She'll be holding a knife in her hand. And he'll be like,
She's
never
ready.
mind."
She's already right there in the kitchen waiting for him to show up. She knows. She already heard him.
All right, later, all guys.
All right, Bob. It was
Right.
good to hear you. See ya.
Good
Good
night.
to see ya.
Yeah.
Later.
Later,
All right,
taters.
y'all. Yeah, so Monday, 10 p.m., it's Media Monday. If you want me to shout you out, please email me at widefamilyfarm@gmail.com. The first people that get in, the first 3 minutes of Media Monday, get a shout out. And that's pretty much it, guys. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. I'm going to have Media Monday, and then I'm separating it with a after party. So anyone can come to the after party and hang out. And yeah, anything else you guys want to say or talk about?
Not that I can think of.
No.
Not that.
Awesome.
Not really.
That's for the off stream.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, you have a wonderful night, and we will see you tomorrow night. Have a good one.
Night.
Troop out.